big old fucking phlegm gem. Oof. Shower hair, Paul. Darkness, Paul. I'll turn on the light here in a second. The light, she is fading here in California. Which makes sense, it's 8:39. The light, she is a-fleeing behind the mountain range, behind the coastal range. And that really is cool because I'll be on the other side of the coastal range, at least like closer to the coast when I move. And that means the sun will set even later because there'll be nothing obstructing it as it goes down right over the ocean. It's beautiful, man. There's nothing like a Pacific sunset, bro. If you've never seen one, you're missing out. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Are you out there? May I recommend a song? You may, but I may not listen to it. And I may have already heard it. Shower fresh, Paul. Shower fresh and smelling great. Feeling pretty good. A little bit scritchy, a little bit scratchy. Guys, look what I got. I don't know if you can see yet. When I turn on the lights, though, you'll know. Dun, 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 dun. This is what I call the Fly Killer 9000. The Black & Decker Fly Killer 9000. And look, it looks like the front window of a TIE fighter. Dun, 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 dun. Bzzz. Yeah, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 dun, 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 dun. Dude, this thing is gonna kill so many flies. It's already got a couple corpses stuck to it, or it did earlier. It's a little tricky, and they're all fled now because the fucking sun went down, so they're all hiding because the bats are out right now, bro. Joe Biden wants to smell your hair. Are you gonna let him? He's the president. Can I say no? Come here, Jack. Let me smell your hair. Can I say no, sir, Mr. President, sir? I'm pretty sure that's part of the Constitution that the president can give you a direct fucking order, and you have to listen. Pretty sure that's like the 72nd Amendment or whatever the fuck. an average woman your height. What? Sorry, I had to get a drink. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. Why am I thinking of that fucking dumb song? It's nowhere near Christmas. Maybe it's because my mind is wishing for Christmas.
But you were talking about those Christmas cookies last.
True. Christmas is on my mind because it's so fucking hot. My mind is like looking forward to Christmas Day. Nirvana. Dude, I was just telling Amelia, the shirt I have on now is 3 years younger than she is. I got it when I was 23 years old. Wait, no. Yeah.
It's 5 years.
Wait, what?
It's 5 years younger than me. If you got it
5 years younger than you. Yeah. I got it at 23.
And you're 18 years older.
And I'm 18 years older than you, so the math goes bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop. And at the end of it, the number spit out is 5 years younger than you.
Yeah. 21-year-old shirt.
A 21-year-old.
That shirt's old enough to drink.
Yeah, this shirt would be old enough to buy cigarettes and drink.
Yeah.
If this shirt started speaking, it could rent a car. Yeah.
I thought it was 25 already.
Oh, is it now? Did they bump it up?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 25.
Wow, that's fucking lame. It used to be 21. I still have a 93 Lollapalooza t-shirt. Yeah. It's the most disturbing video you've seen.
Okay, so actually it used to be 25 and now it's 21.
Oh. Well, fuck me then. I had it backwards. Yeah, well, either way, that's weird. What's the most disturbing movie I've ever, or the most disturbing video I ever saw? So, assume you're saying like real life thing that I've seen some crazy shit. So there was like it was almost like legendary set of tapes back when I was in high school called Faces of Death. 85% of that shit is fake. 5% of it is like training shit for doctors where they're working on cadavers. And then like the rest of it is actual people that caught on tape, people jumping off of bridges and dying, or falling out of a building and dying, or burning to death. So those were pretty crazy. But dude, the one that has stuck with me, and I will never, it's the thing that got, so there used to be this website, and I don't think it exists anymore. Thank goodness. But I'm sure its analogs exist now. It was called augrish.com. Have you ever heard of augrish.com? It was where you would find like videos from a war zone of people's legs getting blown off, or, you know, videos of people filming themselves jumping off a bridge, or whatever the fuck, crazy shit, right? Gory, violent, visceral death videos, or maiming videos, right? Or pictures. That's what Augrish was about. And I don't know, bro.
Okay, so from 2006 on, it redirected to Live Leak, so Live Leak took over.
Okay, so it probably still, you could find some, but I saw a video through Augrish. Now, it was everywhere by then, but I found it through Augrish, and it changed my life in terms of me ever being able to look at that type of shit again. And a lot of people have seen it and would probably say it's tame in comparison to other stuff. I agree, but this is the one that did it for me. One Man, One Jar. Have you ever heard of One Man, One Jar?
I have.
Have you
I
seen
haven't
it?
watched it, but I've
Thank
heard.
God. Don't.
I've heard Two Girls, One Cup too, and I also haven't watched it.
I've seen that too. Saw that before One Man, One Jar. When I saw that shit, I was like, you know what? I think I'm done with gore and crazy internet videos, pretty much. And now I can't even watch like a skater video where they fall and bump their head or break their arm or some shit. I'm too fucking like scared even for that. But if I know if I know it's fake, it doesn't matter. I can watch some crazy shit. I might cringe if it's real good special effects or whatever, but If it's
or
fake.
if it's just like insistent on a certain kind of injury.
Mhm.
Like, I almost think that you prefer the more over the top over like some like minor torture.
Yeah. I hate people getting cut on or having their ears cut off or noses cut off, being sliced deliberately with something in a way that wouldn't kill them, but just like exposing their innards and stuff and like that. So like I'm way more reactive to that, plus bones breaking.
Yeah.
So like an arm bending the wrong way or a leg bending the wrong
But
way.
if someone's getting sliced in half or fucking
If it's
blown
fucking
apart,
blown up or their head gets chopped off or something, that's like whatever. Now if I saw that shit in real life, and I did, there was a Russian video, I can't remember what it was called back in the day, but it was infamous. And I don't know why I didn't stop watching these videos with that. It was of a dude with a hood over his head tied to a chair. Some other dudes wearing balaclavas walk up, speak like Russian at him, and they had it translated, and it's like, tell them what you've done, or some shit like that. And they pull the hood off this guy, and you can see he's been beaten badly. And he's like, he says some shit, and it's like unintelligible. And they pull his hair back and just literally take a chainsaw and go while he's alive. And I watched that shit, and I was like, okay, well, that's something. That's something. That's something. But it was one man, one jar. It was a guy doing it to himself that stopped me. I was like, I can't do this anymore. That was fucking crazy.
like that was the point where like people were doing it specifically to post websites like that.
Well, he didn't expect that jar to blow up inside of him like that. And apparently the lore on it is he just like stuffed cotton balls up his ass and like picked out the glass he could reach and went to work, bleeding out of his ass like that. Whatever.
People are so weird about that shit. It's like the doctors have seen things up your butt. Just tell them.
Yeah.
And get it done. They're not gonna judge you. I mean, they might judge you behind your back or whatever, but they're gonna get it done. They're not gonna.
Yeah. I'm telling you that there was another one of those fucking execution videos. I think this one was like Mexican cartel one, and it was done with a hammer. And that one was famous, and I couldn't get. I only watched one blow of that, and I was like, I can't. But I watched the whole fucking chainsaw killing because he wasn't alive for as long as you might think.
Well, if they did it from the front.
They did it from the side.
Yeah, well, that's. You're gonna
But
hit
still,
the
yeah, they
front
went
pretty
right.
fast.
He was out pretty quick, but it was brutal.
Yeah.
But it was over the top and obvious,
Yeah.
and like the hammer shit was crazy. I couldn't watch it because apparently it went on for like 10 minutes. It's like, fuck. 100% brutal, bro.
But that's like the medieval times. People would gather in the streets to watch that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, the fucking Roman Colosseum was like, people wanted to see people get maimed and fucked up, but it's all from a distance though.
Yeah.
That camera's like here,
Yeah.
and somebody's getting beat to death. That's a little different. And it's not a combatant that got to defend themselves. It's like somebody that got abducted and tied to a chair. It's like,
Well, I mean, like really, more like the fucking struggle sessions. That was up close and personal.
Mhm.
People lined up for that shit.
true that. You ain't wrong about that. Ugh.
Yeah.
Bro, I saw a Ukraine video the other day, and it was on I think it was on LiveLeak, but it was linked from Kyle Kalinske, and it was like Kyle. It wasn't linked from him. No, it wasn't.
On a subreddit or something?
It might have been on his subreddit. Yeah, that's what it was, I think. And it was a video shows the insanity of the trench warfare in Ukraine right now. And I started watching it, and it was fucking. It didn't even have any gore yet. I watched it for about 15 seconds. Like, nope, I can't do that. It was literally just somebody in the woods screaming for help. And then these dudes, and they had it translated, were like, "We're not believing you, Russian scum. Come out, come out. He's like, help me. And they were like I read down at the below, it was like ambush. And I was like, so it was an ambush. They wounded somebody and used them as bait to try and get the fucking Ukrainians to come out into the clearing. And then they started shooting at each other. And it's fucking, I was like, nope, can't watch that. Can't watch that. Turn that off. Russian brick video. I don't even want to talk anymore about it, guys. Can we change the subject, bro? This is not fucking... This subject is a little skibbity for me right now, bro. Let's not all name the most brutal thing we've ever seen, okay? Let's not do it. I don't want to put my mind there. I don't live there. Thank goodness. And I wouldn't be the best guy to handle that shit. Yeah, this ain't it, man. This ain't the vibe. I don't know what the vibe is tonight, but this ain't it. We're gonna have to move on from this shit.
Time to move on.
Yeah, it's time. We need TJ to pop in and move things along. No, I can move along, especially from a topic like that. It's brutal. And I actually, earlier this morning, was having a war conversation. I don't want to do that again, bro. I talked about the horrors of war today, and I don't want to talk about that no more. Not today, at least, or for a while. Because I feel that shit, dude. That's just visceral to me, so fuck it. Still a Raiders fan? Yup. Till I die, dude. I don't care where they are. I'm a Raiders fan.
Oh, I found another video that I think would be good for the gauntlet about TJ saying handicap spaces suck. Seemed like a good one.
What was it?
Handicap spaces suck by TJ for the TJ gauntlet.
Oh, yeah. Start collecting those. We gotta have a whole... Oh, man. That
All
TJ...
the bad takes.
That TJ gauntlet... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe TJ will just stonewall the whole time.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to be a fucking... I think there's going to be some fireworks on that gauntlet.
Yeah.
I think there might be a brotherly argument. He might blow up at me. But I think he's going to try to come with like a good sense of humor at first. But... And it won't even really be me, I don't think. Even if he does end up exploding at me. Because Scotty is like... a surgeon at getting under TJ's skin. Like, nobody does it. Like, there are people that can get under TJ's skin. I'm one of them. But I have to worm my way in and cajole my way in. Scotty can just make a little incision and crawl right up under there. And he lives there, bro. And, dude, if Scotty brings the same energy he brought to the show last night, that brutal, eviscerative, cold, calculating Scotty energy, dude, it's going to be fucking hilarious, bro. I still haven't heard from Cody Weber at all. So I don't know if he's wanting to do it.
He, like, just started a new channel a few months ago, so he might just be busy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. If we're him, I would be too busy to come on a fucking show with a lot of fucking people on it. But whatever. Maybe he's too busy. Especially if I'm launching a channel. That's like a gift. Even if it's a patrons only thing, because you'll end up in clips. You know, we got 5,000 or like 4,000 patrons and then 5,000 fucking followers over there on Patreon. So, but whatever. It's up to him. I ain't gonna beg him. Like I said, I ain't reaching out to him because I ain't the one that knows him. You know, I talked to Cody way back in the day on Stickham and shit a couple of times, but he was friends with TJ and Scotty. I didn't know the fucking guy. How much sauce is on TJ not showering for a week at a time? Bro, I believe Scotty. And Scotty says that he is unaware of a shower that happened the whole week he stayed with TJ. And he slept at TJ's house. And the metric he used was a very good metric to see if somebody showered. It's why I showered today, right? I was like, I'm just going to hose off because I was sitting out here for a while in the sun. I was hot. And then I looked at my hair, and it looked like I just crawled out of a bog, bro. It was swampy, oily, greasy. Like, I could have literally, like, smeared my hair on a pan and cooked an egg in it, bro. No joke. Greasy. So I got in the shower, and I showered, right? I usually wash my hair on, I'd say, average twice a week. I'd say, like, every 3 or 4 days, I jump in the shower, I wash my hair. make sure I clean it very good, you know, shampoo, condition. And then, you know, every other day at least, I'll be in the shower to hose myself off, wash my undercarriage and shit. But TJ, and I might like fucking, if I'm feeling down, sometimes I just want to sit and get sour in the bed. I've done that, dude. It's like that's a depressive thing. Your hygiene suffers because you just don't care anymore.
Well, just so much effort to do everything.
Exactly.
That's not something that's like 100% necessary.
No,
so.
especially if you just want everybody to stay away from you and you're the only one that's got to smell it or deal with it. So I'm not claiming I'm always the most hygienic dude or whatever. I don't have my moments, but like, I believe him. I don't think Scotty would like tell a story out of school on that one, on that front. Like, I really don't. Maybe he would. Like, you know, you could ask him if you're a patron on the gauntlet. You could ask Scotty, like, hey, dude, is that legit there, or is that like a little hot sauce on that? But I think it's legit. I think TJ will, under the right circumstances. Yeah, I think he'll fucking go a week.
Scotty did say he'd have guests, so those guests might be able to corroborate.
Maybe. I wash my hair once a week. I trained it to be less oily. Dude, why do you train your hair to be less oily? Dude, Nugs, you gotta fill me in on that, like on Discord one of these days.
I mean, not everyone can do it. The thing is, like, there's this whole, like, no poo movement where some people swear, like, oh, your hair's just gonna be so healthy if you just don't ever use shampoo, it'll adjust, but it doesn't adjust for everyone. It's very dependent on your particular thing.
I've always been a dude that, like, I need to wash my hair. When it's short, I just wash it every time I shower, and I shower every other day at least.
Yeah, like, I can never do the no poo thing because, like, it doesn't matter, it just gets greasy.
Yeah.
It just does.
Like, back when I was working, I showered sometimes twice a day. I'd shower to wake myself up in the morning before I went to work. And then I had, like, when I was in Starbucks, I had to shower after I got home because I used to make myself sick smelling like coffee. And I'd have to throw my shit in the fucking washing machine and run it immediately. Or throw it in the hamper that was all the way in the back of the closet, get it away from me. And go jump in the shower, wash my whole shit. Even if I showered that morning. Same thing at the school district. It was like I'd shower in the morning. That was always my routine when I had a 9 to 5. It was like, wake up, get in the shower, wash your hair, fucking that wakes you up, get a coffee, go. That's my routine. And like at that fucking job there, dude, I'd be so sweaty and swampy by the time I got home from schlepping shit in the hot sun all day. I had to take another shower. And then I'd hose off in the shower and wash myself, and then I'd go jump in the pool. Fucking soak myself. So my hygiene is pretty fucking good. I'm pretty fucking autistic about it sometimes, I think, a little bit. A little overdriven about it. But that's better than the alternative in my mind, which is like, I don't want to stink to people. But I just don't think TJ gives a fuck. Well, here's the thing. And Chelsea, I think she said this in public. She's like, I like his funk. I like that Chelsea likes to smell his armpits and stuff, and that's cool. I understand that's pheromones and stuff, right? And so I don't think she's as hard line with him. I think she lets him kind of do it, but there's a certain level where TJ's got to go take a shower, and I've seen that happen. And so I trust that Scotty's telling the truth, that TJ might not have showered for like the whole week he was there. Because the hair really is a barometer. You wash your hair, it looks great. If you don't wash your hair for 10 days or some shit, it looks like you start to look like Meg Mucklebones from Legend, like you crawled out of the swamp. What's that I smell? Human?
There's some people that it works and they just never have to do it except running water through it. I think it's very particular to a person.
Yeah. My friend, his name's Ben, he wanted to do, he went on this kick where he was like, dude, I don't wash my hair anymore, bro. And I was like, why? It's like, you don't need to. It's all bullshit, man. And he was like, I'm gonna grow my hair out, and my hair is gonna be so fucking healthy because I'm never gonna fucking wash it ever again. He's like, those natural oils are supposed to go in there, and if you let them build up, your hair balances out, right? And it is naturally, healthily oily, and the oil keeps dirt off of it, and like you just rinse it out, and the oil keeps it protected. And I was like, all right, tell me how that works out, dude. When he was growing his hair out, it was so greasy and shaggy and nasty. Dude, he started washing that fucking hair. I think he made it like 3 months or something.
Some people probably have like some magic combination of hair texture and scalp. But...
Well, I mean, just from like touching your hair, running my hands through your hair.
Yeah.
Your hair and my hair are two different types of hair.
Yeah.
You have, I don't know what you would call it, but it's like way silkier, finer hair.
Yeah, it's not thick hair.
My hair is coarse and thick.
Yeah.
It's like big and like poofy and...
Like it's so thin that like just like the sweat from my forehead will like grease it up.
Right. Well, that happens to me up here too. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the first warning signs is right up there on your forehead, especially if you wear your hair down, because you know the sweat from your brow will pool there and it puts grease in your hair, and then that's one of the ways it shows up for sure. But yeah, my hair, if I don't wash it right, it'll get greasy, gross. It starts to like not dread, but it'll do this, like this, what it wants to do when it's wet, but when it's dry, where it's like ropes of hair instead of like, so maybe it is starting to dread at that point. I don't know. I do know that like when I let my hair grow all the way down to my ass, oh, fucking dino, he's wimp whining. It's gonna drive me nuts. His little whimper just like puts daddy's teeth on edge. Okay, buddy, you're with us now. Are you happy? What was I saying? Oh, yeah, when I had my hair down to my ass, I would get mats in my hair like a fucking sheepdog. Just because I don't like putting it up, because it's so prone to get in knots tied around the fucking rubber bands and scrunchies and shit. Don't like putting it up. So I like to wear it down. And so dude, the happy medium is, I think like maybe another couple weeks and I'm going to go get another haircut, bro. Time to get a beard trim and a haircut.
The thing is, when it's super long, like you brush it out, like usually like from the, because do you pull it like over your shoulders when you brush it? The thing is, like the back, like it feels straight when you do it like this, but if you like actually try to go through it like there, then
well, that's what was happening is where I would get it up underneath, and I'd be running my hand through my hair, and all of a sudden my hand's fucking trapped, and I feel this like literally like he gets like a dog mat in my hair, and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that? So I would just go grab my brush and just drag it through there until it all got broken or yanked out or pulled apart, and my brush was just like filled with hair every other couple days. I shed like a sheepdog too. And I don't know how that works. I don't know where the hair is coming from. You'd think I'd be balding with the amount of hair that comes out of my head, but...
Well, the way hair works is it has like a cycle. So like the terminal length, what they mean by like it only grows so far is like, so this is like a whole cycle. So like after it gets this length, it
falls.
Yeah, it falls out.
And then it starts regrowing.
Yeah.
But why isn't your hair all poofy and fuzzy with hairs that are half as long as the other hairs?
I mean, they're there. It's just there's so many hairs that like the vast majority.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like you just have a fuck ton of hair follicles. So.
Got it. Dude, does everybody have like a roughly the same amount, or do some people have more follicular density than other people?
I think it varies a lot.
Does it? I think I'm one of them that's on the extreme end. Yeah. Because I swear to God, it's like a fucking meme with me. Every time I go get my hair cut, especially if I've let it grow out, the lady, it's almost always a lady, will run her hands through my hair and start wetting it and go like, your hair is so thick, oh my God. And I'm like, is that really true though? Like, how much thicker can it be? Humans can't have, but I guess the variation in density of follicles is super wide. And judging from my family, the prevalence of things like male pattern baldness is also super fucking various, right? Like it just doesn't exist on the other side of my family. It does, but only in my direct lineage. You saw my cousin; he's bald as a cue ball, right? He's my fucking direct cousin. So one of those things, right?
But you're 40, almost 45 now, and you haven't started really balding yet. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Well, you
hasn't-
saw my dad.
Yeah.
His hair is not like his hairline is receded, but he doesn't have like the big bald spot.
Yeah.
He still has a full head of hair.
Yeah.
Like maybe a little thinner than it used to be, but other than that, like, but that might just be a trick of its silverness or his whiteness.
And he went through chemo, so that.
And he went through chemo too. That probably thinned his hair out a lot. You're right. I forget that
Yeah.
because I hadn't seen him for years before that. Yeah, that's true. Crazy though. But yeah, both my granddads, dude. My granddad on his side had an afro, a legit afro, curly as fuck, shiny as fuck. He loved it too. He kept it.
My grandpa didn't really bald. He permed his hair till the very fucking end.
Was it like that high, tight, curly perm?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what my granddad had, but he liked it longer so it would poof out more.
Yeah, like he had like maybe like, yeah, like not like super tight, but like,
close to the scalp curls,
yeah,
permed
like
up.
run your fingers through it.
Right. It was like a wave.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It's so old school though. Like, if somebody did that now, people would look crazy at them. But like, it looked good on old men back then. It was like what old men did, especially ones that didn't go bald. But it was good at hiding like a little bald spot too. Poof out your hair. As a trans woman, I'm really glad none of the people of either sex in my family exhibit much hair loss. That is pretty nice, yeah. I understand, like, well, not even for just trans women, just for women in general, hair loss is a different thing, right?
Well,
Men
there
are...
are a lot of women that do experience thinning. Like, a lot of old ladies wear wigs.
No, I know,
just
that's
'cause
what I
it's
mean.
thin, yeah.
But it's just different for them than it is men. If a man's hair thins, he can do high and tight and shave it off and it looks good. A woman is expected to have big, bushy hair or long flowing hair, depending on the culture, right? And when they can't, it hits them different. And the same with trans women. If you're a trans woman and you get that fucking gene with the baldness and your hormone therapy doesn't intercede with that well enough, that's a different thing. But you know what, dude? Wigs are so fucking dope now. Dude, I don't see a wig until somebody tells me. Like, you really need to know your stuff to know if somebody's wigging. Yeah. Back in the day, I think they were a little easier to spot, or maybe people were buying cheaper wigs. But nowadays, dude, I feel like you got so many options for wigs. You gotta have different hairstyle every fucking day. That's kind of dope. Yeah, wig it up, Phoebes. If that ever does happen to you, Phoebes, I know you'd rock a fucking wig. Phoebes would have that severe fucking... What do they call that? A-line haircut wig with the fucking chop bangs. Phoebes would have a long flowing fucking Janis Joplin wig. She'd have a fucking fro. It's one for each day of the week, man. Whatever you're feeling. That could work. Make it work. But yeah. It's kind of a thing with older ladies though. When they start to like thin out, it's not gross looking. It's kind of sad in the side of their age. But they still struggle with it. Yeah. Personally, even if nobody cares, it just makes them look like a sweet little grandma. And they struggle with it. They want to have a nice head of hair. My grandma was a hairdresser for a living. So she permed my granddad's hair. She cut my hair every day forever. Well, not every day, but every time I got a haircut when I was a kid, it was her. And if she ran the shop right out of her little parlor in her little house, and it was like basically just a clientele of probably like 50 little old ladies in Fresno that would come and have their hair dyed and permed and send their old little husbands in to get their hairs permed up. And that's how they made their living, you know, after my granddad retired. It was pretty cool. She was good at it. She had the whole setup in her little parlor. It was so cool. You'd look like a little house. All you would know is that it said her name on it, Ramona's Hair Salon, on a little thing. When you went in there, it had like the, you know, those like seats you sit in with the hair dryer? Like a row of those. Actual barber chair, big mirrors so you could see yourself. It was cool. Yeah, she was good at it too. And she always, dude, her hair was impeccable. And then when she got cancer, she lost it. And it was awful for her, I could tell. But she had great wigs, so it didn't really matter. She looked great. My mom is nearly 60, and she's only recently started going gray. Most of her hair is still brown. Yeah, my mom is a redhead, and when she started, she told me I didn't know this, but she started dyeing her hair when she was in her like early 30s to make sure all the grays were out. And only like within the last maybe 10 years, she's just stopped dyeing her hair. So she's gone like, what do you call it? Cinnamon sugar gray.
Yeah. It almost looks kind of like straw colored from a distance,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. I think her hair is beautiful. I'm so glad she stopped putting that stuff in it, because at a certain age, that starts to look absurd. It's like ancient old woman, but bright red hair. It's like, okay, lady. Oh, whatever. It's their head. But yeah, I'm glad she just let it go. Show nudes. No. No, you fucking weirdo. Ugh. Oh, God, man. People are just curious nowadays. I feel like we're screaming towards a future where it's just like, you see a person on the street and you've got like a pair of glasses that look like this to them, but to you it like, right? And if let's say I just met you, I'd have a little like setting where I could just be like this or whatever, just like, hi. And really I hit a little sensor there and did a little back forth motion that told it like, strip her clothes off and show me a facsimile of her nudeness. You know, and like, it's just like so fucked up, bro. Like, please no, man. Let me die before that comes out, okay? Like, I don't think I can handle that. I don't think people from my generation could handle that shit, bro. Although I would have one, because everybody would have one, you know, but yeah, I don't know. Well, howdy there, ma'am. And she's doing the same thing. Sir. Estimated penis length, 4.2 inches erect. Oh, I've got to go, sir. Damn. Fuck. Gotta get that cock blocker. That cock blocker mechanism. Guaranteed to make you look like you've got a 6-incher. Dude, that may happen in the fucking future. Fuck. We might not even be far from it. They're already doing I don't want to think about this either. This is actually work. Can we talk about gore? Let's go back to the gore versation we were having earlier. No, I'm kidding. Let's not. That was a joke. I thought of a great analogy for human life and growth, but maybe it's not an original thought of mine. But the Christians say that your body's is a temple, but it's not. It's a garden, and whatever you nurture is what grows. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I think that's about right. I mean, my favorite thing, and I don't think I made this one up, but I would say my body is my temple, and I'll decorate it how I damn well fucking please. Thank you. That's how I would say it when people would fucking ask me that, because I walked around with a bunch of piercings on my face in the 90s before it was cool. You know, well, I mean, not before it was cool, but before it was socially acceptable. No, I understand, Phoebes. It's tough. Maybe one of these times we'll do a co-stream like we talked about. I know it's a thing. I've just never tried it, so I don't know how it works, but it'd be easier for you to talk if you could just talk, you know. And I've had some chats with you, and you're a pretty good talker, so. Yeah, we're not going to do it tonight, but yeah, well, we'll do it one of these days. We'll figure it out someday. I don't know when we'll do it. I don't know, dude. Like, it's cool to think about maybe having people talk to me while I'm out here, but the vibe of just me and Amelia chilling here is so fucking, like, unbeatable to me that, like, I don't know. I don't know if I need another fucking voice, you know? A Dinor, he might blow up at a possum. I don't know, though. Then we had Zeke over, and that was pleasant earlier, but that's different, you know? I don't know.
You were doing a show with him.
Exactly. I would never. That's like my fucking time to chill, man, and just be a fucking guy for a while. I'm also a little drunk.
How many did you have?
5?
5?
4 or 5?
I feel like there weren't that many bottles out there for you to have had.
I had 4. He took a round in one time when he went and got himself some. So he took like 6 in when he went. So yeah, no, I think I had 4 or 5. I lost count. I might have had 6. I don't think I had 6. Is there any
We
more?
can count how many bottles are left.
Is there any more? Can I have another? You want to have another one with me?
Sure.
Let's have another
See what's
one.
left.
Yeah, tell me what's left, because I want to figure out how drunk I am. Now, like, honestly, that much fucking beer, like when I was in my 20s and binge drinking, it wouldn't even give me a head change. And I'm not drunk, but I'm buzzed. I've got a flip, twip, slip, dip, frip, a little bit of a fucking buzz going on. Slightly buzzed. Can't even tell you've been drinking. Yeah, well, it's not really like something you guys like barely ever see me drink. Like, I'm not a drinker, but today I had a friend over. We had some beers. Fucking sat out here in the sun. You want some beers? Had some Modelo's or whatever, and they just kept like the conversation kept flowing, the joints kept flowing, and the beers kept flowing. That felt great, and I want to have another one or two. I feel like I could down one right now. I'm drunk too. Saw the Kendrick live show tonight, and it was, oh, bro, I bet that was pretty dope. I'm not a big Kendrick fan, but I want to see.
Still out here?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it is. I got it.
So there was 4 left. So now there's 2.
How many do you have?
I had 1, and because I had the.
You only have
first.
1.
Yeah.
So that doesn't even count.
So
Zeke,
out
I
of
think
7 between you 2.
7. So yeah, it might have been 5 and 3, or it might have been 4 and 3.
Yeah, 4 and 3.
It might have been 4. I think that's what it was. 4 and 3 then, probably.
Yeah, so you might have had 4 and you might have had 3.
Yeah. There you go, baby.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Beers are good, man. I used to be a real beer snob, or not a snob, but like a real beer aficionado. But one of the things I realized was after I like cruised out of my 20s and was like, yeah, I need to chill on the drinking, but I never was like a guy that was like, well, I came from an alcoholic household, so the idea of teetotaling was like. And I started getting this pattern where like once a week, I would go in, I'd get a 12-pack of Newcastle. And on Saturday when I was off, I'd float around the pool and I'd drink about 4. Then I'd get out and I'd have a couple with lunch. Then I'd sit down and make a video and have a couple more with that. And by the night, I'd drink a 12-pack. And I told Dale that one time. He was like, so do you drink? And I was like, no, not really. He's like, never? Like, well, you know, like once a week I'll go get a 12-pack. And he's like, oh, so you do drink? I was like, no. Because in my mind, drinking is like, dude, kill a 12-pack every fucking day. Yeah. But he was like, you realize you have a drinking habit? And I was like, what? Shut up. My mom's got a drinking habit. I don't. He was like, no, frequency doesn't matter. It's the fact that every week you ritualistically buy alcohol on your first day off to decompress and self-medicate. That's alcoholism. Can you stop? And I was like, fuck yeah, I can stop. He's like, then do it. And I did. And ever since then, it's like a beer every once in a fucking while. Have a friend over, have a few beers. Like, how many times a year do we do that? Twice a year, maybe?
I'd say the past few years you drink maybe every other month.
And even then, a lot of those probably would have been 1 or 2 beers, yeah, or 1 mixed drink.
Or 1 glass of wine.
Glass of wine with dinner. Right. Not even really drinking, in my mind. One
not,
drink.
Not getting to the level of drunkenness, I guess.
Right. So there's 4 left, you said?
Well, now it's 2 left.
Right.
Because we just took 2 out.
So I want to make sure there's like 1 more left, because I might want to have 1 more. I like beer.
Yeah. There's 2 left.
I'm alcohol intolerant. I shouldn't fuck around with alcohol, and I don't. My family's got a real bad fucking history with it and shit. I really should not. I probably, to be honest with you, probably shouldn't drink even what I do drink, because like tempting the dragon in my family. Mm-hmm. And I did abuse alcohol for a long fucking time. I didn't think I did, because I had it all under control, and I never lost my job, and I never showed up drunk. Mm-hmm. Never slept through my alarm and got fired. Shit that would happen to some of my other friends that were deep in it. that doesn't. I was just functional, like my mom. My mom's the same thing, man. She worked that one job pretty much her whole life. I mean, she had another job when my dad was in the military, but worked that fucking glass plant job. Never lost her job, and she would party so fucking hard. My mom had a. If you look at some of her old pictures and stuff, people used to write stuff on Polaroids. And every time my mom's in one of those old Polaroids, it doesn't say her name. It says New Fee. 2 words, New Fee. And I would hear them calling her that, Newfie. And I was like, one day I just asked her, I said, Mom, why do they call you Newfie? Like, why you got a nickname Newfie? And she said, she was like, Jimmy said, every day, it's like you got a new pair of feet. It's like you run your ass off all day, party all night, and then you can show up here in the morning and we're all dragging ass, and it's like you got new feet. And I'm the same way. Or at least I was in my 20s, like she was. Like, dude, every fucking day, I'd be bedraggled, blistered up sometimes in the summer when I was working my last job. And the next day I'd fucking hit the bricks. And I'd drink too in the middle, or get real stoned or whatever the fuck, right? I don't know.
I'm a little different than you. I like having a drink 3 times a week, maybe.
Yeah, and your tolerance level is different than mine, though.
Yeah, like some of those days I'll just have a single beer and that's it.
Right. And a single beer for you is enough to sometimes not get you drunk, but you get a head change. Yeah, you get a little head change off of it. It's like I didn't even notice when I fired this up until I started listening to my speech, and I was like, I'm a little slurry. Yeah. I've got a little fucking head change, and like that never would have. 4 beers was like a warm up for me in my 20s. Mm-hmm. But my tolerance has fallen off a cliff because I just don't fucking drink anymore.
And I feel like you wouldn't be doing it because the last time you did this was more recently than you normally do.
Well, that's because Zeke came over to keep me company because I was sad when you were out of town.
Yeah.
I felt he was so nice because he was like, yeah, dude, I don't know if this week. And I was like, man, all right, that's cool. And he's like, you sure, man? I was like...
Well, because when I was out of town, I went to my mom's, and she had gotten a bottle of wine for us, and she had poured one for my stepdad, but my stepdad changed his mind, because he just got the weight loss surgery. So off of 2 glasses, I was well head changed.
Yeah, oh yeah. Wine will get you fucked up quicker, too.
Yeah.
Sicker and quicker with wine. If you get over the top with wine, that's why people, will go from 0 to 100 sometimes at a dinner. You ever been at a dinner where somebody had too much? Maybe not showed their ass, but got a little too slop at top.
What would happen?
Oh fuck! God damn it!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Or what would happen at some family dinners is all the men would have a little bit of whiskey, and then the women would all have wine.
Right.
But they never...
Well, the wine was always the women's drink because it was assumed that's less hard. Yeah. But women would sit over there and fucking kill 3 bottles of wine per table, and they'd be lit up too. Dude, my mom was hard drinking though. She drank beer, whiskey, wine, all that shit. I don't know if I
necessarily noticed them get lit up, but what would usually happen is we do it at my aunt's house, and she had a downstairs playroom for the kids. Yeah. And we would just go down there after eating.
Oh,
so
they did.
Just didn't see.
Oh, they toasted it. Yeah. They got a little toasty up there. They got a little warm in the fucking nose up there, and you probably just didn't notice it because you're a kid. Like a kid probably wouldn't notice I'm drunk now. Now, if I had 2 or 3 more of these, then I'd be like, hey, well, hey there, baby, how's it going, kid? I just ignore people if they trying to drag you into one. Oh, you guys are banning side combos. Thank you. You guys have been great lately. Thank you for your fucking... It really has borne fruit.
All these people are so used to going into chats where the person doesn't read the chat ever. I think that's what it is.
Or they have memberships on, so they're reading members only, and so they think this is just my skibbity chat. It's not really their fault. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. I really feel like I come off as a dick sometimes, but I have to preserve the fucking combo here. I'll try to do better about that. This chat is cool, so I don't want to disrespect the vibe. That's all I ask, man. But like, you know, people don't get a chance to learn that sometimes here. But I really feel like you shouldn't be cruising and like listen for 10 minutes or 5 seconds and go like, okay, this guy's not screaming at his chat. He's not skibbity. He's fucking actually kind of cool and mellow. Let me come in like that and bring that same energy. And it's always cool when people do. I love it when people are like, hey, I'm from fucking Ethiopia. And I'm like, fuck. I mean, maybe that's a lie, but if it's not, that's crazy. You know? Can't really verify it most times. But yeah, man, that's fucking nuts if that's crazy if true. Aaron's been around a few days in a row. That's why I unhid him. No, that's cool, man. It's up to you guys. Like I said, you guys got the fucking power here. The power is yours.
You remember that one troll mod you had years ago? That like secretly banned everyone after the streams ended?
What was his name? I forgot his fucking name, dude. Old school people. Who was the name of the fucking...
It started with an A, I think.
It had something with an A. I think you're right. He was a secret guy, and he would wait till the stream was over, go back on the live chat, ban everybody. And pretty soon I was like, where is everybody?
Yeah.
It was just me and mods.
Was it asbestos something? No.
iaau.
iaau, yeah. iaau.
Yep. That was funny. That was actually a funny gay op.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Well, it was high effort, too.
I don't know what Ricklin lost his wrench for. I don't even remember, bro. Yeah, it's iaau, yeah. You guys are right. That fucking guy, bro. That was slick, though. He banned everybody in the fucking fan base. I had to go clear my ban rolls. When I saw it, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't ban that Oh, iaau, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But I took it good, dude. It was funny.
It was a high effort troll. You respected the effort.
I did. It was a fun gay op, because it wasn't like perma damage or anything.
Yeah.
I just went and unbanned everybody, and it was chill. Oh yeah, he went out hard. And you know what the thing about iaau was? He was dedicated, because he wasn't just like this quiet guy. Those people don't get wrenches.
Yeah.
He was like I love you, Paul, man, you're chill. And he hung around. He actually had fun stuff to say, like, oh, what about this? Or I don't agree with this.
And like so, during the thing, he would ban people like that, like would deserve bans.
For a while.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, maybe I said something that pissed him off, or maybe it was an op the whole time. Maybe he was just waiting to pull the rug, but he started doing it. And about 2 streams into his little game, I noticed it was just me and a bunch of wrenches. Yeah. And I was like, go check this ban list. Fucking full. That motherfucker. He lost his mind. I don't know what fucking happened, bro. Maybe I said some shit, and he was like, fuck this Paul guy, man.
He came clean about it.
And, well, I mean, yeah, that's true. We did started noticing like it was happening on stream. Like he was just banning but like he'd been doing it for a while. And I think he just got tired of hiding it.
Yeah. And
he just started open banning people for no reason. I was like, wait a minute, what are you doing, iaau? And I removed his mods, and then I was like, wait a minute, how long has he been doing that? He'd been doing it for a fucking hot minute, bro. He'd wait till I stopped, go through the live chat, ban everybody. The whole fucking chat. Actually pretty cute. Clearly been doing it for a long time. Oh yeah, he'd been like, you know, slightly abusing his power for a while, testing the limits of it. I mean, he was good. That was a deep cover troll job. I respect iaau, dude. I'd mod him up again. Just kidding. No, I wouldn't. But I respect the fucking work. It was a good work. And I've been like modding up a few new people in here, dude. Some people I trust, but hey, dude, somebody might get ideas and pull it again. Dude, Phoebes might be a long troll. Nuggy might be a fucking deep cover troll. I don't fucking know, dude. Triplical, though? Trip, I know, is fucking friend to the end, dude. Triplical is always just a vibe. From day one. It's Trip. I don't trust none of you motherfuckers, though. The rest of you motherfuckers, Johnny could be deep cover.
That'd be awful deep cover, though.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean, though. Some people are dedicated, man. They get in close before they pull out the knife. I'm just smoking my bud with my bud, Paul. That's what I'm saying. That's what Trip has always been about, 100%. That's why he got modded up. 100% of the time, Tripical's like, hey, man, you want to puff up? And he'll fucking say it at the best time, too. I'll be getting, like, salty, and he's like, hey, man, I'm about to blaze up a bowl. You want to join me? And I'm like, fucking A, yes, I do, Tripical. Yes, 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 I do. It's a good idea. You're nice, though? Yeah, but that nice might be cover, Nuggy. Might be deep cover. Dude, a lot of people that I think I was very nice to. Dude, I got on my Discord today to check out what was going on. Nobody was anywhere except for like a server that I got an invite to. And I was like, dude, I ain't walking in that lion's den because, dude, I read my fucking emails. Dude, people are mad at me, bro. People that I've been chill with for a while are pissed at me. And I was like, well, time to burn that. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's time to not go on Discord for a while. Cause yeah, dude. And it's just like, dude, I don't want to talk to people about shit. That's the thing. Is like, I think people are getting mad because I'll bring it up, like what happened. But I don't want to hear their excuse or have them apologize. I don't really feel like I need an apology. I'm just grossed out that it happened. But what I've read when I actually looked at my DMs today was, it's literally like, and maybe I'm fucking wrong, babe. Can I pick your brain about, because you're not like Fetish Master 101, but let's like see if we know, right? A collar is kink, right? If somebody's running around in a collar, well, okay. Okay. You can buy a collar or a choker that looks like a collar that isn't kink, just for fashion or self-expression. But if you're wearing it and you're using it for kink, right? Like it's like obviously part of your bondage, whatever it is, right? Even if you're not currently in an arrangement, you're wearing one like it's advertising. I'm somebody that likes to be an owned person, or I'm a furry that likes dog training or whatever the fuck, right? Then you take the next level up, right? It's a shock collar. Like that's not fashion anymore, right? And it's not a toy that anybody would buy and play with. So it's like, it's a kink thing, right? Am I wrong on that? Do you think I'm overreaching that?
A shock collar is kink.
Okay, then I don't want to read any of the cope. I started reading some of it and it was just like, here's how I felt. Hey, Paul, your lion eyes and lion ears didn't see what you think you saw and didn't hear what you thought you heard. A shock collar was actually not kink. It's just, I was having fun with it. I was just playing with it. I'm like, I don't even want to have this conversation with you. I'm not dodging. It's just like, I think you're fucking dead wrong. It's like, and it's all this,
electric play is a whole thing.
It feels very gaslighty to the point where like one person, I won't name names because I'm not trying to hurt people's fucking feelings or call them out or blow them up. I've never said a name, right? Until Senna came out and said, I'm the one you're talking about. And then I said her name. But anybody else involved in this shit that I'm talking about here vaguely, I haven't said their names out of respect for them because I don't want to blow them up. But in their community, they know who they are, right? I can't help that. And it happened to me. I'm not lying about it, so I can't help that either.
Well, the thing is, they know you're a performer that talks about your life. Any interaction they have with you, they have to know it's something that you're going to possibly talk about.
Right. And I'm there, like, in that pursuit. I met all of them through my work. It's not like I treat it like it's work. I actually did it. I still would if it wasn't weird. Enjoy chilling with all those people. And I said a lot of nice things to those people and listened to those people. And it's just one of those things. It's like my doormat sensor went off because as soon as I disagreed with what happened and felt weird about it, and very, like, I think honestly came here and just talked about it without blowing them up to see how I felt. Dude, the last thing I read today before I just stopped reading the emails or the DMs they've been sending me nonstop for days was, I don't want to be involved in your paranoid fantasy anymore. And it's like, dude, gaslight me harder, daddy. You didn't see what you thought you saw. You didn't hear what you thought you heard. And you told me in private that you had problems with paranoia, so let me throw that in your face too, fucker. It's like, dude, I see what you are then. Fuck you. It's like, why would I ever want to talk to you about that? or hear you out about that. Your lying eyes didn't see what you saw. Your lying ears didn't hear what you heard. Shock collars aren't kink, etc., 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 until I'm blue in the fucking face, or I just ignore it and say, well, can't really go where those people go anymore, you know, fuck it. It's mean as fuck. Yeah. And I don't know, dude. I don't want to make Nuggie feel bad either, because she's being very quiet, and I don't want to, like, I'm not trying to shit talk, and that puts her in a weird position. But, and I really do, like, don't hate the people that I'm talking about. I think what they did was weird, and I think they can't own up to what they did was weird. But I'm not trying to fucking, I meant the things I said to those people. I think they're smart. I think they're funny. I liked hanging out with them. I like smoking with them. I like playing games with them. Like, none of that has changed. I'm not, like, gonna try and burn them and call them this, that, or the other thing. But what happened that day, I know what it was. I'm not retarded. I'm an adult. And it wasn't right to involve people in that public display of that, even if it was just minor, without their consent. That's sex pesty. You know? Would you hash it out in VC at some point? Let me ask you a question, Nuggie, straight fucking out. Would it be worth my time? Are they going to just say, you know what, Paul, it is a kink thing. I'm sorry, we shouldn't have done it. We're not going to do it anymore. Not just in front of you, but in front of anybody. You're right. That's a private thing. Or is it going to be, no, it was just I was wearing a shock collar and giggling and moaning about it, and the other person was giggling and moaning about it because it was just fun? Is it going to be, because if it's going to be that, and give me your honest opinion, because I know you give me the fucking straight skinny. If it's going to be that, it's a waste of my time, because it's bullshit. If they're going to say, like, yeah, you're right, it is a little weird we did that, we probably shouldn't have done that, even if it was just, like, not totally, like, I'm not accusing them of, like, having sex. I have said, like, jerking off. I do think it was in aid of a sexual fantasy, though. That's different. But it's still the same fucking thing. So if you think it would be worth my time to hash it out, I care. Like, I would do it. But really what I want to hear is, you know what, Paul? You're fucking right. A shock collar is not a toy that a human being plays with in public. It's a kink item, and we were kinking around in public, and you didn't know that that was happening until after you fucking had been hearing it for a while. And we didn't ask your consent. We usually, in fact, early on in one of the DMs from a person, they said, you know, usually we do that shit in private, and I'm sorry for that. But then it was my paranoid fantasy, and it's like, I don't want to fucking hear that. So if you think it's worth my time, I'll do it, Nugs, because I trust you. But don't, if you think that it's just going to be them trying to tell me why I didn't see what I think I saw or hear what I think I heard, I'm not interested. I'm not stupid. And I know what kink is and what kink isn't. I'm not a fucking noob to the scene or whatever. I know what shock collars are used for. I know what collars are used for in general. I know about, like, pet play and dog play and ownership play and
just basic S&M.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just talking about the stuff that might be involved in the shit I'm talking about. Shock collars. Well, I guess shock collars probably basic S&M too.
Yeah.
Like, you can't moan too loud or the shock collar goes off.
Yeah.
Right? Or I'm controlling the shock collar and I'll hit you with it if you don't fucking do what I tell you to do type of shit, right? Right. No, it's a fashion accessory. It's a toy. They will most likely disagree with your take, but yeah, I swear to you, they don't want to ruin their relationship with you. Well, okay. But I mean, they're going to have to fucking admit to me reality. Because I don't want a relationship where I'm not sure if I go in to chill and smoke a joint and play Ghost of Tsushima with some people that I think are kind of chill. I don't want to unwittingly be involved in an exhibitionist thing. And it leads over there. And you know that, Nuggie. It's woof woof. And I tried to go along with it because I thought, oh, maybe it's not that sexual, right? And so they were like, what's your sound, Paul? What's your furry thing? And I was like, I'm a fucking squid or something. I go bloop bloop. And so I did it a couple of times, and it was, I would say bloop bloop, and somebody in there would say, good boy, Paul. And I was like, I don't really want to do that. You know, I'm not going to say that anymore. And that's sex play. That's like not like super overt. I'm not saying it's the same thing as whipping your dick out and then forcing people to look at it or whatever, but it's sex play. and it's happening in public, and I don't want to be a part of it, and I don't want to have it explained away by people that are fucking half my age or less, who I've turned down more fucking sexual encounters than they probably have had in their lives or ever will have. You know, you got to meet me where I meet you. You know? And it's like that whole fucking shit with Senna, it's all tied into the same shit. Right? That kink collar she wears, she thinks that the world needs to revolve around her wanting to be owned in public or whatever it is she's about. And she wants to gaslight you and tell you it's not kink, even though it's part and parcel of her kink. It's just her self-expression. Well, you know what? My self-expression is pulling my dick out and wanking it in front of people. Am I allowed to do that? No. So there's a line. We're just disagreeing on where it is. I say overt fetish gear and public sex acts with no consent are where the line is. I will do it, Nugs. In fact, if you want to set it up for after I'm done tonight, but I will not. I let them know. Don't come or agree to it if they're not ready for me to say, well, I don't want to hear this, bye. They better think about what they're going to do, because the gaslight is not working. I know what I'm dealing with, okay? They're going to have to admit to me that it was weird and they shouldn't have done it. If I'm not hearing that, I'll hear them out, but if I'm not hearing that, I'm going to be done pretty quick. But yeah, if you want to tell them after this fucking shit, if they're still up and they want to talk to me, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to come to an understanding, because I really don't have any fucking ill will towards them other than this. This has showed me a side of them I don't like. Especially the way they're talking to me in DMs and shit. Because I've been nothing but cool, and I made very, very heavy pains to not blow them up in this community by name. I didn't name Senna or any of the other people I haven't named. Senna named herself, or themselves. So, yeah, I'll do it, bro. But, like, I don't expect good things from it. I'm just telling you right now, Nugs, I don't expect good things. But I'll do it. Wherever they want. I'll pop onto fucking Discord when I get in there. If I'm not banned, I'll pop into Jupe server, and I will be available for that. And they can drag me wherever. Dude, triple kill. I love it when 3 mods ban the same dude. Yeah. And I get
it seems like they fixed it, because I remember before when that would happen that it would accidentally unban and reban and unban and reban, but I think they've gotten rid of that now to where it doesn't do that anymore.
Yep. Quadra kill. Slayer. Unstoppable.
See, I can't mod anymore. I've learned.
That's the thing. Emotional, like, attachment makes you not, you know, like, why can't you mod? What did you struggle with?
Oh, with the modding?
Yeah.
I feel like I get too into it. And
yeah. That's why I hate doing it to people, and I always tell people when I mod them, you don't have to ever ban anybody. I gave this to you because you're a good member of the community. I trust you. If you want to ban people, please do, but don't think I'm yelling at you when I say, hey, mods, clean it up. You don't have to. You're not. I don't pay you guys shit. Yeah. I just trust you to help me prune the fucking shit. By the way, fuck. I just haven't seen her in a while. I'm just going to mod up Meds Peds. Speaking of, same thing to you, Meds Peds. You don't ever have to fucking ban a person. I'm just giving it to you because I know I've met you in person. I know who you are. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Oh, it's just, I like having the power, but not all the time. Yeah. If anything, like the comments are what I would mod if I mod anything.
Oh, yeah, I don't even really care much about those. Like, if I'll skim through them, if I see like rank ass homophobia, I make it disappear. But
well, I deleted one thing a while back that was like someone basically like doing the thing you were talking about this morning. Like,
yeah.
Oh, Paul's such a weird, controlling, blah blah blah. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah. What did MedPed say? Yeah, oh, yeah, you're welcome. Well, yeah, you said, hi everyone, I'm so excited I finally have a video idea that, gentle parenting. Sorry, off topic, I need to tell someone. Okay, cool. Awesome. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'll watch the video.
It's like different kinds of disciplining, basically.
Non-corrective parenting?
Yeah.
Because, like, nothing's ever negative?
It's confusing. Like, I've seen a few shorts about it, but it's just like a different, like, treating them more like an adult, I guess.
I hate it already if that's the premise.
Redirecting rather than correcting kind of thing.
Yeah.
We don't fucking have kids, so I know that kind of.
I was talking about that earlier before you woke up this morning. It's like, that's something that I'll never be able to experience. And I can only speak on it theoretically. Like, I care about kids. And I feel like I'm qualified to at least talk about it, having worked in education very closely with it.
And studied it.
But as far as like what parents ought to be doing better or worse, I might think I know, but truth of the matter is I don't even know what it. Like, I was talking this morning about, like, dude, how could you not be so profoundly changed? And it's different too, because I could have adopted. My ex-wife didn't want to. I was open to it, but not anymore. But it's like, you make a child with someone you love, and you look at them, and you're looking in your eyes. When you look in the baby's eyes, you see both of you looking back out at you. Like, that has to change your whole fucking perspective on shit forever, right? Or at least it should. I think maybe a lot of people don't appreciate it, but I feel like that moment would be shocking to me. And forever, my life would just like, okay, well, I don't have a life anymore. Now my life is protecting this and making sure this doesn't get hurt and does okay after I'm dead. But I never had that, right? I never experienced that. I won't now. I've already just, like, you know.
The window passed.
Yeah, the window passed for me. I'm too old anyway. It would be really irresponsible for me because a kid wouldn't even get to see it grow up all the way, probably. Or there's a possibility anyway. I'm well past the age where I'd feel comfortable having a kid. You know, my wife is on the same page. I'm just not having babies. Fucks with me because I know the decision, if my bloodline lives on, is all on my back. I don't know why.
I hate that bloodline shit. It's like,
well, if it's just theoretical, I hate it. But if you really think about it from an evolutionary perspective, it's like, from the proto-cell that divided, there's been an unbroken chain of fucking that you could literally trace back to you that created offspring. Across every type of species that's in you, right? Every form that your direct line took, all the way back to that first proto-cell. And you're the first thing that snaps the twig. That's a little weird to think about, right?
But there's so many other branches off that I feel
That's
like,
why I said a twig, not a branch.
Yeah.
But it's a long fucking twig.
Yeah.
It's collected to a long log, you know, and there's a lot of other twigs that are still going and flowering and blossoming, and yours went for a long time and then went and fell to the ground. That's a crazy thing to think about. Maybe it's different for a man to think about that. I don't know. Like, we have a bloodline instinct, I think, because we pass the seed. We don't carry the baby, and we're not traditionally the nurturer, right? We pass the seed, and back in the day before marriage and all that complication, we wanted to fuck as many fertile women as possible, because that meant our seed was strong and our family was secure. That's the instinct we have in us, whether it's applicable today or not, right? Women have that nurturing thing. So maybe that, like, changes that bloodline thought from, like, oh, you know, like, I don't know, but maybe it doesn't. Do you think of it that way? Like, I'm about to snap the twig.
I don't know. Like, I don't think so. Like, I think I have enough cousins that you could still call it quote unquote my bloodline.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know one of my cousins is almost certainly going to have kids on one side. The other side, I've already had cousins that already have kids. So.
Right. Oh, it's about your name, the name for you, Trip, because, like, you're the last one. Yeah. I'm not the last one. I've got a cousin that shares my last name. I've got a couple cousins that share my last name that could theoretically pass it on. They haven't yet, but you know what? It's on their ass. I'm infertile, bro. Both my balls are wounded from childhood, and I can't make a sperm, so fuck you. Jizz in somebody, or the name dies.
And, as the woman, I don't traditionally pass my name along.
No, but you didn't take my name either. It wasn't important for you to do it. I almost thought about taking yours, but the paperwork is bullshit.
What it came down to is I just didn't want to do the extra paperwork.
Yeah, and it's not meaningful to me or you, so why do the paperwork then? For some people, that's very meaningful. It's like a sign that you've left your family proper and joined mine. I think it's meaningful that it's always the woman that has to make that change and choice. I've never thought it made any sense. I've never wanted to saddle a human being with Parky as a last name. It's not the worst last name. My last name could be like Shit Shoot or Cornhole or something, but it's pretty bad. Parky's pretty bad. So I'd never be like, you know what, I love you, I want to spend my life with you, but here's a sticking point. You've got to be a Parky. Like, fuck that. I don't care. You want to be, you can do it, but...
I had thought about it, but ultimately when the day came, I was just like, nah.
Yep. And you were very definitive about it, too. It wasn't like you were waffling. You knew what you didn't want.
Yeah.
You're like, paperwork, not really all that meaningful to me. Paul's already told me he doesn't care, so fuck it. And it's been easier because we didn't have to change anything. Yeah. It doesn't really change anything legally. No. Like, we're still married legally.
Yeah. The only thing it does is, like, some, like, paperwork stuff. We have to remind people that we're married.
Yeah, it complicates... It might complicate paperwork. But, yeah, we have different last names where we're married.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's one question.
Right.
It's like, by the way, we're married.
Right.
And like, okay.
And like that might be like an application. We could provide our marriage license or whatever, proof. Our names are on it. It's that easy. But yeah, it's never been a thing to me to push the name. I don't give a fuck about the name. I didn't get to choose it, so why the fuck do I care about it? Dude, if it was like I got to choose my first and last name when I came of age or some shit, oh hell yeah, I'd want you to take that shit.
My mom has gone through multiples. She's gone through this thing where, like, she changed her last name when she got with my dad.
Yeah.
And then when she got with my stepdad, she didn't want to get rid of my dad's last name.
So she hyphenated.
She hyphenated so that it wasn't weird when she picked me up from school, and it wasn't weird when she picked up my siblings from school.
So you don't ever have to worry about that. Yeah. Not only the name thing, but the siblings. Yeah. The kids up from school. And we just... I was talking about that too, and we've talked about it extensively, obviously. We had to. I was up front with you pretty early on. Like, I can't make babies. Yeah. You need to know that. You were cool with it, right? I didn't hide it from you. But how do you feel about that? Like, because there are ups and downs, right? There is a whole aspect of human existence that we will just never really be able to definitively know. We can theorize, we can think what it might be like. We can project that love onto our siblings and our nieces and our nephews, but it's not the same. Yeah. It's not me and you blended into one being looking at us, and it needs us first.
Yeah, like, we're not bad people, but we got, I think, some shit genes, and I think we would get a shit gene baby.
Well, that's a thing and this is smart, because I think people don't think about that. Yeah. And this is something that people don't talk about, but I think people have babies for the wrong reasons a lot of the fucking time. Like, you ever heard of, like, the fixer baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst one. We're already fucking not getting along. Let's have a baby, because that'll force us to come to terms with our love.
Yeah, like, that'll make my partner more mature,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to grow up because they have a kid or whatever.
That's the worst fucking thing. And it's like you and I, right, like you said, we both have mental health things, we have physical things. It's like our genes mixed together might make a baby that's got some crazy shit. Yeah. And why risk that for a human? Yeah. And the horrible like decision of having to abort it once you find out, yeah, maybe.
Well, the thing is, the bad genes we're talking about, there's no test for it yet.
Well, yeah, you're right. You can't really see it coming. So, yeah, you're just rolling the dice that this kid isn't just going to suffer like we do. Yeah. And, you know, it's not that, like, we're happy. We smile. We love each other. But we struggle. We struggle.
And the thing is, it doesn't matter how supportive your family is. It doesn't completely quash that suffering. Like, you can do everything right, and you can take your kid to therapy and this and that, but it doesn't eliminate the core of it.
Right. Very right. Very correct. Yeah, and that whole thought process is both, I think, inherent to both me and her. It's something that I talked about with my ex-wife. I was like, look, I have the obesity gene, the alcohol gene, the depression gene, the anxiety gene, the alcoholism gene. I've got the fucking, you know, I've got scoliosis real bad. I'm in pain fucking every day. I struggle every day. It's like, you need to know that our baby might have all or more of that, right? You know, and then she was honest about her family. Yeah, we don't have good hearts. We've got this. Our baby might have all more of that. We decided, like, medical stuff being the way it is, we'll deal with it. Yeah. I'm not going to let a kid that has scoliosis grow into their spine. I'm going to correct it. Yeah. I'm not going to let a kid that shows sign of depression early on suffer from it without getting help. I'm going to get them help.
The thing is, it doesn't matter how early you intervene. There's still that pain.
Early intervention can lessen the pain, give them tools to deal with it, but you're still creating a being that suffers. Yeah. Now, that's true even if you create a baby that's a theoretical, like, Ubermensch baby that doesn't have any bad genes, got all the good genes. That person is still going to suffer. Yeah. They're going to see loss and devastation. Because you don't have the gene for cancer doesn't mean you're not exposed to something that gives it to you. Yeah. All of that shit is true. You know, you fucking get crippled in a car accident. You know, there's no gene for that. Yeah. I'm going to go get another beer. You want another beer?
No. I'm good. Thank you, though.
Yep. Buddy boy. Look at a good little loyal boy. Dude, that little goodie bag from Zeke is always so fun.
Yeah.
Zeke's fucking little weed goodie bag that he brings. So cute. Like, they're all labeled and, like, this is... I've never had this strain before. I don't know what the fuck it is. You want to look it up on Leafly for me, baby? Black cherry. Oh, sorry. No, just do it later. It's not a big deal. I'll remember. I have another phone, too, so I don't know why I'm asking you to do my shit. Ugh.
You gonna stay up here for a while, Pete?
He loves it. He's a lap dog. It's a little too big to be a super comfy lap dog, but he don't care. He's willing to for you to suffer.
I think you have enough lap, it's just you got the balls, so you don't want to be sitting like how I'm sitting.
Well, I sit hunched over too, so that's less fucking lap. It's harder for him to find it. Like, look, if he sits here, he's fucking gone. So, like, as I lose weight and gain lap, he'll probably come up and jump up. But for now, there ain't much lap to have. Smoking on some Gary Payton crazy purple on it. Gary Payton, I've never had that either. This is called Black Cherry. I don't know what the fuck it is. one way to find out truly.
The thing is, Cricket loves your dad.
True, but he's very much easier to fucking shape up and find a comfy spot than he is.
He has better balance than Dino does.
And he's bendier.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, he can curl up into a croissant.
Yeah.
Like, he's got all his little poses he can make.
Alright, so leafly, black cherry.
Oh, you don't have to do it, baby. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just, like, order you to look it up. I was just curious because I've never heard of it. Packing one right now. That's right, Trip. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know what time it is. Smoking Skittles birthday cake. Chugging port wine. Loving the stream. Life is good. Cool. Now I'm about to crack another beer. And there's one more in there. And if Amelia doesn't want it, maybe I'll have that too. What the fuck? Get rid of the beer. Let's chew through the beer. Why do you bother talking on the Reddit? I don't know, man. Because I like poking the bear sometimes. Like, I like arguing with people who are argumentative. I don't know what to tell you. OG Kim Dog, huh?
Is it black cherry soda, black cherry cheesecake, black
soda.
Cherry soda? Okay. Hybrid THC 21%, CBG 1%. Highlights feelings happy, relaxed, focused. Negatives dry mouth, dry eyes, headache. Helps with stress, pain, depression.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Fruity soda-like taste and usually dark purple color. Spawned black dahlia and ace of spades. Balanced mind-body effects. Hits without heavy sedation.
Are y'all rural? We're looking to be soon, but we're not now. We live in a neighborhood in a pretty big city. Why you like arguing? I feel I avoid it. It's like sparring to me. I actually get genuine enjoyment out of arguing. Now, I don't like it when emotions get involved, and that's very easy for people, especially with my argumentation style, which tends to contain a lot of passion and emotion. And so it tends to clash with people who are less confrontational. It is cathartic, you're right. And so, but when it gets mean and personal, I always end up feeling bad at the end of it. But if it's personal but not mean, just direct, I'd never feel bad about it. I say what I think. And fucking A, it feels good. I don't really tiptoe around people's feelings. I mean, to a certain extent, you have to. But if somebody's fucking having a conversation, everything's on the fucking table. If I think something about you or about your situation, I'm gonna tell you. Like, that's just who I am. A lot of people don't end up liking that because they don't like what I see. But that's okay. Hey man, just passing by, I like your beard. Cool, thanks man. Feel free to kick it for a while if you want. We just chill here, so it's a very chill environment. About to crack a beer. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that beer down your throat. I'm enjoying the sip though. We're not gonna chug a beer. We're gonna sip a beer.
Just in the mood. Are you matching with water though?
Huh?
Are you matching with water?
Yeah, I got a whole drink here. I'm not matching, but I'm doing okay. Good reminder though. It's always good to start early and often with the water if you're drinking enough to get drunk, which I think it's official. I'm a little drunk. I told Dinor how much I loved him inside, and I was like, uh-oh, I'm drunk. I was digging through the goodie bag to find a weed stick. And I was like, Dinor, you're my best friend. I hope you know that, buddy. And I love you very much, and you're a little gentleman. And I was like, wait, I'm drunk. Okay, well.
Hey, just don't get to apologizing to Cricket level.
Oh, I would have to sit here and fucking pound like half a quart of whiskey to get there. We're not going there.
That was the first.
The
time
cricket
I saw-
apology.
Yeah.
Cricket, I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm okay, okay, buddy. I'll be okay. I'm so sorry, Amelia. I didn't mean to get so drunk. Please turn up the bath water. It's too lukewarm. It's too hot. Turn it down. That was a mess, bro. And I just showed up out of nowhere. Fucking Scotty and Stevie like dumped me on you, and then we're like, sorry, gotta go. And you're like, fucking come here. And what was it, like 3 days before after you came down?
I'd say maybe a week.
Yeah.
But still, it was very close.
Yeah.
And I'd never babysat a drunk before.
Yeah. Were you worried that like, fuck, this is gonna be a thing that happens every week with this man?
I was worried.
You knew I did it for a show.
Yeah, I was worried about you because I'd never babysat. I actually asked Taylor, like, how do you fucking deal with someone this drunk?
Oh, and she helped you out.
Yeah.
That was nice of her. You just like.
She just mainly said, like, make sure you're on your side.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. Make sure you get some water down me, probably, and like. Yeah, that was like a watershed moment for me. That show. I mean, I didn't go in there expecting to drink that much, and it ended up just working out. Like it was some absurd, obscene, crazy, insane board game from the bowels of hell out of the mind of TJ Kirk. And it was like Candyland, but instead of fucking going backwards and forwards and shit and getting fucking bonus cards, you basically had to drink every space you landed on.
Or do something horrible.
And I did the impossible, bro. I think about that all the time. I think a fucking scientist should look at that. Because if I get rich, I'm going to give a scientist that video. And I'm going to tell him, understand this game. Because the rules are there, the board is there. Model it. And I want to tell you what the fucking odds are. You to tell me what the odds are.
Because Taylor was rolling the dice for all of
Exactly.
you, right?
I didn't even roll.
Yeah.
So Taylor rolled the dice. I perfect rolled that board. I landed on every space that I needed to get through that board in a single go. But it meant I took a fucking shortcut that cost me a big drink, a big 2-3 shot drink. I hit another fucking zip shortcut that I skipped me ahead 5 spaces, but it was a big drink. And then in order for me to get in, and that was the crazy one, right? I do all that. I get like 4 spaces from finish. I have to roll a 5 or a 4 to get into the finish. It's the only way. Other than that, I'm stuck. I can't move until I roll a 4. So I have like maybe 6 rounds, maybe more. I mean, I could theoretically have 20 rounds waiting for them to catch up before I run a fucking 4.
Yeah.
She fucking throws up the dice. It lands a 4. And in order to finish, I've got to do the big giant drink stunt again. And then another one that he invented because he was salty because I perfect rolled his board. By the end of that, I was soused.
The thing is, you did it so fast, too.
That's the problem. It was legit, like, it's dangerous what I did.
Yeah. You could have...
I could have got...
gotten alcohol poisoning.
If I didn't have the tolerance that I do and the genetics I do, I could have got alcohol. I think I had minor alcohol poisoning. When you're throwing up and puking and not able to walk, you're poisoned.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you can get it chronic and fucking, it'll stop your heart. It'll slow down your respiratory system too much. You just die. So it's very dangerous to binge drink like that so quick. So much liquor and beer and just like, blah, blah, blah. And, is that video on the Patreon? I think it's actually public, isn't it?
No, it's on the Patreon.
Is it? It is on the Patreon.
Stevie and the Drinking Contest, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, you can look for it. It's there, bro, and it's crazy. You can look at the board, bro. I perfect rolled that board. If I'd rolled one off on one of my rolls, it would have fucked the whole chain up. But I was able to ride every shortcut, do every challenge, and get the fucking... Dude, like, Scotty and Stevie weren't even halfway up the board by the time I finished. It was crazy. Oh, dude, I blew chunks so fucking hard. Taylor went and got me a trash can with a fucking garbage thing in it. I was like, thank you so much. She held my hair, and I blew fucking chunks. Puked it all up. Scotty got in a fight with Zandalar Cryptoducius, and I was like, all fucking like, please help me. I told Taylor, don't let him hurt me, because I didn't know what was going on. He's screaming, fuck that motherfucker, and I thought he was me.
Yeah.
And I was like, please don't let him hit me, man. I can't defend myself. She's like, it ain't you, Paul. It ain't you. It's Zandalar Cryptoducius Esquire the Third. I was like, oh, what the fuck did Zandalar do? Help me. Get me home, please.
Yeah, it is definitely on the Patreon. Stevie and the Drinking Contest.
It's called Stevie and the Drinking Contest for you patrons. It's wild.
It's 2 hours long, and I think at least the first half hour of that you weren't even drinking yet.
Dude, that night was surreal.
Yeah.
It ended, right? TJ was mad, not at me, but he was like,
what the fuck are we gonna do for the rest of this?
well, we just ended it.
Yeah.
Because he was like, well, yeah. I expected this was going to be a 3-hour show, but it's 45 minutes in and we're done, so I guess we're done. Bye. And he stalked out of the room because he didn't get to drink, really. He had a couple shots, but... And it didn't work out the way he wanted, and I'm fucking too drunk to even care. Scotty sits down next to me. I love Scotty. He's like, he does his when Scotty gets drunk, right? If you're somebody that Scotty likes, Scotty, and it doesn't even mean that like he would even admit he likes you. That's the thing about Scotty. Because Scotty, you remember the Jason story? When Jason popped off and said some stupid shit to Scotty, and Scotty said, I will fucking toss you over the balcony, bitch. Shut up. And Jason was like, oh. Dude, later on, Scotty went away for a while, came back an hour later, and said, Jason, come here. And he doesn't even remember this, because Scotty was fucked up. Yeah. Jason, come here. And I was like, oh shit, he's gonna hurt Jason. But I watched. He took him into the other room, he sat him down, he said, sit down. And I fucking peeked my head in so I could hear what he was saying to Jason, right? And you know what he told him? I thought he was going to be dressing him down and telling him, I'll beat your ass. You know what Scotty told him? This is Scotty. See, this is the soul of Scotty that nobody really gets to see unless you know the man. I peeked my head in there and I listened to what he was saying. He said, you see that man out there on the porch? That's Paul, and that's a man I respect. And you know what? Out of respect for that man, I let you come into my fucking home tonight. And it's on that man's back. Because he vouched for you. And that man's out there feeling like shit. Because you just acted like a dick. And you made him feel like ass. And you know what? If I was a different guy, I would toss your fucking little ass off the balcony. But you know what? I decided to talk to you instead. You need to apologize to me. And then you need to go right out and apologize to that man that vouched for you over here. Because he's worried he fucked up with me over you, but he didn't. I know his heart was in the right place. I was like, fucking listen to this. I was like, dude, it's like a dad. Yeah. And sure enough, Jason came out like fucking 5 minutes later and was like, Paul, I'm so sorry, bro. He's high as fuck. Like, it's cool, dude. Water under the bridge. That was one of my Jason water under the bridges. That water, the well ran dry finally. But yeah, you know. That's Scotty, though. So that night, TJ stalks out. He's obviously pissed. And he was extra pissed, too, because Scotty walked up to TJ and was like, TJ! And TJ wasn't drunk, right? Or not as drunk. He might have been buzzed, right? And he goes like he's going to hug TJ, right? And TJ goes, all right, Scotty. He goes in for a hug, and Scotty literally just, like, grabs his gut. He goes, you're so fucking fat. And he, like, jiggles it, and TJ's like, ow, motherfucker. And dude, when he pulled his shirt up to look, it was already bruised. I'm sitting there on the couch like, oh no, somebody get me home. Maybe I shouldn't go home. My new girlfriend's probably gonna leave me if they don't. Fuck, I'm gonna fucking throw up. I know it. And then fucking Scotty comes to me. He's got Scotty radar when he's drunk. He's like, paw. Comes, sits down right next to me, throws his arm around me, all bro. He's like, dude, I gotta tell you something, Palsy-go. I like working with you, bro. And I'm trying to keep it together. I'm like, Scotty, don't even fucking say it, bro. He's like, no. You listen to me, Palsy-go. Fucking listen to me, bitch. I like working with you, Palsy-go. I think you're a fucking talented guy, bro. I think you're a fucking stand-up guy, too, dude. You fucking work hard, bro. I was like, no, Scotty, it's cool, dude. I think he said, no, you shut your fucking mouth, bitch. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Dude, I was in that cycle for like 30 minutes until Chelsea saw it happening and bailed me out. She was like, Scotty, I think Taylor was looking for you. And he's like, Paul, we're gonna finish this conversation later, bro. I just want to know I fucking respect you, bro. You know. I was like, yeah, dude, thanks, bro. Thank you, man. Fucking Chelsea comes over and she goes like, yeah, you okay? And I was like, no. I was like, you need to get me a fucking bag or something. I know, it's not yet. But I can feel it in my bones, Chelsea. I drank too fucking much, Chelsea. Like, all right, let me get Taylor. And then Taylor's like fucking mother hen with that shit. She grabbed my hair, held it back. I puked in the fucking trash can. Chelsea put on Post Malone so I would have something nice to listen to that I liked. It was so fucking cute. And then like
kept you for a while. It was like,
well, they had to because I was just gutting.
Yeah.
I was puking. They were like, do you think you can move yet? And I was like, honestly, no. And they were like, let's try. And there was a time like an hour before they actually brought me home. They were like, let's get you up. Stevie, TJ, pulled me up and my legs just went, and they were like, nope, he ain't ready. Let's lay him down. So they put me on the couch. I got up a couple more times, puked up more. And then an hour after that, I was able to get on my feet and they were able to stabilize me and put me in the car and buckle me in and get me up them fucking stairs to you. And that was the night. What have you straightened your beard? Well, you can see. Let's see. Let's grab something like this. So my beard would be, and I did trim it when I got my hair cut, so it may not be terminal length right now, but it would be theoretically about that long. All right, that's me stretching out the curls. And I'm grabbing hair pretty low on my chin. Let me grab something up higher. So like something like that. And it really is pretty close to that if I were to go brush it out right now. It like, when I brush it out, it gets a lot of length. And then over the course of about 5 minutes, it's like...
The thing you have when you grow out your beard is it just kind of goes out rather than down.
Yeah, it never goes down. It goes out. Yeah. Especially over here. Like, I would have some killer chops. If I decided I wanted to do that... do you think I would look retarded if I did that? I think it'd be chill.
I don't think you'd look retarded.
Just the chin gone. So I have that fucking Admiral stash with these big fat chops over here. Just let it fucking flare. But I got my chin out.
But you gotta...
representing.
You gotta face the neck, though.
Yeah, I'll have to see the turkey neck. Or whatever's under there. I don't know if what... It doesn't feel like that I got a waddle.
No.
There's fat. I know it definitely got a double chin.
Yeah.
But I've always had that. I don't feel like I'm getting a waddle yet. I don't think I'm old enough for a waddle. Yeah. But I don't want to see if it's under there. Tie your beard like Dumbledore. That's the thing. People say, like, braid your beard. It's like, my beard's not fucking braidable, bro. It's like not, it's too curly.
It's too poofy.
It's poofy, it's curly, it's fucking thick. It doesn't want to be braided up. You know.
You'd have to do, like, some fucking, like, beads and shit.
Yeah.
To hold it together.
That's what I could do. If I fucking stopped trimming, because, like, when I trimmed, they trim away some of this. If I let this mustache, especially at the corners of my mouth, get all Fu Manchu down into the beard, then somebody could separate out those hairs like this, right? They're not super long right now. But put beads in that, and I would have like this beaded stash hanging down, which would be kind of cool, look like a Turkish merchant or something. But whatever, you know. Do a God of War Thor cosplay, or what about like a fucking, what about like a fat Thor from Marvel cosplay? I'm getting close to that body type. Look like a Civil War Confederate general with the chops. I know, dude. It would be fucking dope.
Yeah. But going back to the drinking contest story, Scotty had to call me because I had to like give him the deets on how to get in.
Yeah, he had to make sure that you were there and ready to receive the package.
Yeah.
The package was 300 plus pounds of drunken gentlemen.
No, you were under 300.
Was I?
Yeah, you were at like 280. So.
Oh, shit. Fuck, I've gained a lot of weight. You've watched me become a blimp. I'm sorry.
You gotta be sorry. I blimped up too.
You never blimped up. You were just pleasantly thick, and you just got a little pleasantly thicker. That's all. The muffin baked. That's all. I got fat, dude. I was under 300 and I got up 367, and you're still looking at me every day?
I love you. I think you're sexy.
God damn. I'm a fucking lucky guy.
I think you were just as sexy, you know, like 30 pounds ago, but, you know, you just weren't feeling good.
Yeah, true. You've told me before, maybe this is too personal. I was gonna say, like, what if I were to, just by nature of how I'm living, get kind of fit?
I do have a preference for some chunk.
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave you over de-chunking, but I'm just saying, like, that's
right.
My preference.
Your preference is you like a man that... I don't think I'm ever going to be thin.
Yeah.
I don't think I got that. But if I got down to like 220 or 230, I'd be chonk. I'd still be big. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't be fat anymore, you know? Not even really like husky. I'd be pretty fit at that. I just don't want you to fucking, like, I feel better than I ever have. And then you're like, you know what, Paul? You're looking too fucking good. I gotta go. I can tell you what, ultimatum.
Just don't get chiseled.
No, fuck that. I don't think I could at this point. I've been floppy fat forever. There ain't gonna be no definition, baby. Don't worry about it.
I could deal with...
I'll be soft and round. Just maybe less. There might be less of me, but it'll still be soft. Trust me.
Don't work those abs too hard.
This is my least favorite thing to work, so you ain't gonna fucking... You gotta tell me twice. You just gave me a fucking viable excuse to skip ab day. Yeah. No, I do need to work my core, but I'm not trying to get fucking chiseled or cut. I don't think I could. Like I said, all this loose skin... It's gonna hide anything that would be chiseled under there, and I'm just gonna deal with whatever I got. Maybe if it's like, dude, if I would never want to walk around with like the curtains all over me.
Yeah, like if you have to like physically lift it up
yeah,
to
fuck
get
that
under
too.
there, then
Yeah, like pee or whatever. But if it's not that bad, I don't think it will be. If it's not that bad on me, then I'm just gonna deal with whatever floppy, hangy shit I got. And people are gonna have to look at it too, because you know what? I gave up, dude. For years, I was so polite to people. I politely, very fucking politely, by the way, hid my flab from people by wearing a t-shirt when I swam. No more. The glory of my jiggly, fat, stretch marky, fucking man-titty, jiggly ass and titties are out, bro. They're out. The gut is flopping. The only thing I got on is shorts.
Do you think that's why you didn't swim the past couple years? Is because it got to a point where you started feeling more insecure about it again?
No, it was because I got to a point where I didn't feel like I wanted to get out of bed and get dressed to go to a pool and swim in it.
Yeah.
It sounded like something that would exhaust me before I got there.
Yeah.
So I was getting fucking deathly fat. Yeah. But no, I don't give a fuck. I'll show, dude, if you... It's my body and it's your eyeballs, and I ain't got them in prison on my body. So if you don't like what I'm fucking flaunting, then look away. So now, you know, they get to see every crease and crevice and fat roll on my ass, because once again, like that all changed for me when I was probably like 30. Like I really started thinking like, why am I doing this shit? Like, fuck it, I'm married. Yeah. She looks at me naked and doesn't care. So why would I care about anybody else? Yeah. And then it just fucking changed. And nowadays, I'm even fucking worse, bro. I'm like borderline, like I would go to a nude beach and fucking walk my little micro penis around, bro.
You ain't got no micro.
Well, I mean, you know, when I'm fat, it's very tucked in to some fucking fupa, you know. But yeah, you get my drift though. I don't give a fuck anymore, bro. You want to look at my balls, bro? I'm not drawing your eyes down there, okay? And I'm not flaunting them in your face. I'm walking down the beach, bro. I'd go be nude in front of everybody, dude. I'd poop right in the fucking toilet in the open air. I don't give a shit. Bro, I've seen some wild shit, bro. I saw a dude, and I'm not making fun. I saw a dude who was wearing what looked like an apron, And I thought he had pants on underneath it. Lift that apron up, ass naked. I'm stopped on the freeway waiting to get off the freeway. Dude lifted up his apron, squatted down, shot liquid shit down the fucking sidewalk, and then just walked off. And that motherfucker didn't give two shits or a fuck who saw it happen. He had to go, and he went. That was like a watershed moment for me, bro. Because I was like, bro, if I had to see that, they can look at my tits. Did he wipe? Hell no, he didn't wipe. What do you think? He just fucking stood up like nothing happened and walked away. I watched somebody shake a turd out of the leg of their pants one time at Disneyland. I've never told that story. I was like, how old would I have been? 12, 13, 14, somewhere in that zone,
Was
right?
that when you fucked up your foot?
Yes, same trip. I had plantar fasciitis in my left foot, the heel separated from the meat of my, or the cartilage and bone. I was fucked up. So I was being pushed around because I couldn't walk for more than a few steps, and I'd hobble. And I saw it was a big fat lady who I was just watching her, and she kept shaking her pants leg when she was walking, and I thought, oh, she must have like an itch. And then a whole fucking thing rolled out, and I went over and looked, and it was a turd. Like that long, about that big around, just a turd. Shook it right out of her pants leg, kept walking. Dutied right down the back of her leg. It was a good dry one. It stayed solid, and it went right out the fucking big old leg of her pants. And that big bitch kept walking. You know when she did it? The shame of it. Toontown.
Yeah.
She pooped right in Toontown. Didn't give a fuck, bro. Right in front of Cabby the Cab or whatever the fuck his name is. Bro, she's shit in Toontown. I've seen this with my eyes. And you want to tell me I can't take my shirt off and swim? Though those lines are too long, it's too hot. Right up in Toontown. Right in front of Cabby, Benny the Cab. That's his name, right? They got a full-size Benny the Cab. Like, it's just a statue, but it's out in front of his ride. That big bitch shook it out of her pants leg right in front of Benny the Cab. Didn't even give a fuck, bro. She didn't care.
I believe you because I've seen videos of other women doing it.
I've seen videos of men do it, but when I first saw it, I was like, damn, I didn't know that maneuver was fucking widespread. That can't be the same big bitch. Different bitch. Different turd. You live in Florida, you don't even see that shit. Bro, you gotta look around. Here's the thing though, I'm naturally a people watcher, and I have been since I was a kid.
To what some people would call a creepy degree. Like, I do the same thing. Like, I'm not judging, I'm just saying, like, I think we're in tune in that way, where we just kind of watch people maybe...
Oh, it's the most interesting thing for me, especially when I'm in a busy place and I've got a comfy spot to sit. I will just look at people, bro. Until if they notice me, I'll just pretend I was scanned and I'll look away and I won't stare at them anymore. I don't want to be a creep or have somebody come confront me.
But if they're not noticing, you're...
But dude, what our fucking primate asses are up to, that shit is crazy. If you listen to what people are broadcasting openly in a public place and doing, bro, there's some wild shit you'll see. But some people just tune that out. They got their vision is like this. It's right in front of them, and they're going somewhere. Dude, I'm like this. My head's naturally on a swivel when I'm walking around. I'm looking at people. I'm like seeing who they are. They have a family. What are they dressed in? You know, all that little busybody shit.
Not even in a judgmental way, just in a curious way.
Mm-hmm. Remember that story I told you about that woman who liquid ass blasted a parking lot and then wiped her hand on a parked car? Good Lord, people are crazy, bro. I can't remember. I didn't remember that apron guy. It happened right on fucking Blackstone Avenue in Fresno, dude. Like, I was pulling onto the freeway waiting for my light. Dude was on the sidewalk and he just lifted up his apron. He was ass naked under it. Whatever. I don't think it was an apron because it went all the way around him. Like, but it wasn't a skirt. It wasn't a skirt. I think it was maybe 2 aprons. And he had one tied in front, one in the back. But he pulled it up in the back, and he was ass naked out there, balls out. And he squatted down, aimed it, and went, and then just fucking went walking, bro, like nothing happened. And then the turd shake was crazy. It was a legit turd. It wasn't like just a napkin or something. I was a kid, though. But I know a turd when I see a turd. She shook a turd out. Wiggled it right down the back of her leg, into, like while it was in her pants, right out the pants leg, right in Toontown. No shame. Right in front of Benny the Cab. He was smiling, but I know inside he was frowning because that fucking thing. It had to be 3 feet from him. Dude, the turd wiggle, bro. The turd shake, bro. People are wild, bro. And I've done some wild shit in public, too. I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you guys, bro. You don't even want to know some of the shit I pulled. I pulled some wild shit. Like, I shit my pants at the beach one time. Oh, fuck. I was playing around, man. I thought I could hold it, okay? And I got real fucking hot. I running on the sand, right? My heart was pumping, and all of a sudden, I just couldn't hold it no more, bro. And it was on the beach, and there was like a fucking porta potty, but it was like, dude, when I was a kid, it looked like it was 10 miles away, bro. A little green dot on the horizon, and my ass got to walk for it, and I wasn't gonna make it. And so it just came out. And I ran to my mom, and I was like, Mom, I was probably like 9. Like, Mom, I didn't say fuck, I shit my pants. She was like, oh, baby. She's like, you couldn't get to the toilet's right there. I was like, it is not right there. 10 miles away, I shit my pants. She goes, just go get in the ocean, baby. The ocean cleans up everything, every mess. Just get out there, baby. Just run. Ain't nobody gonna see it. And I ran out there and sure as shit, pulled my pants off, like got waist deep, pulled my shorts off, cleaned out some of the duty. Problem was I got hit with a wave from the back. And my fucking shorts, I went ass over tea kettle, and my shorts got ripped out of my hand. And they were lost, bro. They were sunk. And I fucking was feeling around in the sand. And I was also like, man, fucking King Triton's got him now. But I'm ass naked in the fucking shit. And so I just sat out there for like what felt to me like 10 hours, or probably like 30 minutes. And then my mom was like waving to me, and I waved back. And so she came out, and I was like, Mom, you got to bring me a towel. She's like, what happened? It's like, just bring me a towel. I'm ass naked, okay? They ripped off I lost my shorts. And she did it. God bless her. She did it. Brought me a big old towel, blocked me off so I could like come out and wrap me up. See what I mean? It's like, bro, I got pantsed in front of my whole fucking high school. And all the parents, too. And during Greece, dick and balls out, pantsed. That was fucking crazy. I didn't get, it wasn't that bad. Just an accident. Wasn't supposed to happen. We had it rigged so it wasn't supposed to happen. The joke was they pants me and I've got smiley face boxer shorts on, and I go, and run off. And we had the boxers pinned to my shirt. And somebody just hooked them. They would hook their finger into your pants and pull it down, right? Finger went into the boxers. Rip! Pins popped. And I didn't know it because the whole gag is about me staring straight ahead and then looking down and realizing everybody, including all the guys, can see my... And dude, when I did that, I was like... And everybody died. And I was like, damn, that hit tonight. And I looked down and I was like... Oh. And I fucking ran off stage, bro. See, that's the thing. Like, dude, you have something embarrassing happen. You do something socially awkward and you think you can't recover, bro. I'm still here. Dude, they saw my pee-pee. Well, the people in the front row saw my pee-pee. The people a couple rows back probably just saw a vague shadow. But they did see my nuts and my just naked bare ass when I ran off the fucking stage, because I had to turn around to run off, so my butt cheeks were the last thing they saw as I left. It was nuts, bro. sold out, standing room only crowd filled with like parents and people from the school and kids from the school, bro. Grease. The grease that night was applied to my butt, and I was railroaded, okay? But you know what? I got backstage, right? And I was like, fuck. And I just sat down to like hide myself to wait for somebody to come help. And I was feeling horrible.
Did they rip the pants to where you couldn't put them back on?
Oh yeah, I probably pulled the pants back up.
Yeah.
But they were ripped.
Yeah.
So I had to hold them up, and I just sat down, like to fucking like, and I felt awful. But then you know what? I was right backstage, and that crowd roared for like 2 minutes, and I was like, you know what? Because I had a scene right after that where I came out, and I sang a duet with a girl called Mooning that's not in the movie because it's between Roger and the nerdy girl who have very small parts in the movie. They cut that song, Mooning. And it was like a duet, and I lead the duet, so I have the hard part. When I came, I was like, you know what? They're going to laugh when I come out. There's probably going to be some boos and jeers from the audience, but I'm going to go fucking do it because that laugh was pop. You know what happened? When I went out, they clapped. When they saw me come back out, they were like, yeah! And I was like, fuck it, dude. And whatever, they saw my pee-pee. How, you know? Once that's happened to you, plus the poop pants, naked at the beach, a couple of those types of things happen to you in your life, bro. I accidentally nutted in front of my friends one time. Not really accidentally, but like, I didn't really mean to. It was a hot tub incident. I was chilling in my dad's hot tub. They didn't want to get in. So I was just like hanging over the edge with my stomach up against it, smoking and talking to them. And now jet was kind of hitting the front of my shorts, and that's felt good. I let it kept happening, and pretty soon I fucking just nutted. I was like, It's like, whoa.
Water washed it away though, huh?
Well, I was fucking 14 or some shit, so yeah, whatever. I was like, damn, I didn't think it was gonna go that far. Fuck, that's weird. Okay, well. Like, once that shit's happened to you, plus the fucking carjacking shit that happened to me, it's like, what are you afraid of anymore, really? In terms of, like, other people or being embarrassed, like, yeah, I have health anxiety and shit. I'm afraid of flying in a fucking Boeing jet. I'm afraid that Boeing jet's gonna fall down on my fucking head. But you can't be fucking...
We had a hearing recently for Bowen.
Oh, to like, maybe they're gonna do something, but I just don't trust it.
I know they do hearings all the time. Like, they did that big Facebook hearing, and I feel like nothing ever really came out of it.
Oh. Yeah. Be crazy not to be at this point. I mean, yeah, dude. I don't know, though, dude. I've had enough of that shit happen to me in my life where I'm just like, as far as what other people think about me, only really comes into play very rarely. I don't want to be like a total buffoon in public, but other than that, I dress how I dress, I talk how I talk, I fart when I fart. If you don't like it, don't look at me. Something about me is just fucking unpleasing to your eyes, then fuck, dude. Look it around, bro. You got 360 degrees of freedom. I'm big, but I ain't taking up all of that. So flip around, bitch. Whatever. I don't know, dude. It feels bad to me, drunk as I am, that you know, people just kind of like, they live with a lot of shame these days. I feel like maybe people are ashamed of what they've done. ashamed of something about themselves, some aspect of themselves that only really they notice. Other people probably don't even fucking take note of it other than to go, huh, and move on, right? And they think it's the most fucking horrible thing. I just feel like there's so much shame. Am I wrong? I had a lot of it. About my body, about my opinions, about, well, you know, just a lot of things. About the way I looked. Just in general, not just my body, but like my face, my hair, the way I dressed. Like, I just never felt at home. I felt like I was just like a lizard or something that needed to like shed so it could look like it was supposed to look. But some people need more, some less. I know, but I don't know, man. I just feel like that's another thing I'm so grateful for to be done with, like that uncertainty of youth. When you're a fucking teen, it's just like, God, man, you feel like every eye is on you and every eye is judging. And to a certain extent it is. I mean, that's the way kids are. But like, man, once you come out of that environment, it's almost like you got a little bit of PTSD. You think adults are that way. And really, they're not. Some are. But it took me all these, like, till I was about 30, 35 to say, fuck them. Like, what? And even past then, you know. Even past then. See that Louisiana just passed a law requiring the 10 Commandments be posted in classrooms? Yeah, I think I did see that. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, the South has been like welcoming this Christo-fascism kind of like new identity Christianity, this kind of Christian nationalist, white nationalist blend down there. They've been eating it for breakfast for like fucking at least 30, 40 years down there. Maybe even way longer than that, but if you really want to think about it. But yeah, dude, they're lost down there, bro. These people are literally convinced that like the reason that the world is fucked up is because they stopped letting you force kids to pray in school. And it's like, man, you've been snowed, bro. Oh man, if only the world were that fucking simple, right? If only it was so simple as like, you know what, when we stripped God out of the classroom, it really things went to shit. Let's try it and it worked. Oh my fucking God, man. But that ain't the fucking truth, right? That's not how it works. At least not from where my experience sits. I don't even know, dude. See, this is one of the reasons why I avoid drinking. You guys are seeing the depressive aspect of drinking coming into the fore here. And as a person that struggles with depression, it's not something you want to do all the time. Let's take something that depresses your mood, you know. It's another reason why it's this is a summer day. Had a few Modelo's, you know. Like, kind of reminds me of my 20s in a wistful way. So excited to be in the middle of nowhere, and I'm so excited to be in the desert. Cool, dude. Yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. I love the desert too, but I'm not, I will be in the middle of nowhere by the end of summer, hopefully, thereabouts. Hopefully. We'll see what fucking happens, but yeah. If I have my way, I'll be in the middle of nowhere, but not in the desert. I will be at the beach and in the woods simultaneously. I will be at a mountainous beach. I get it. I got through a bad bout of depression recently. I'm not even going to say how long I went without a shower. Oof. Yeah, it happens. Growing up in Alabama, my science teacher just passed everyone when she was supposed to teach evolution, so I didn't learn about it really until after I was an adult. Whoa. That's fucking crazy. Smells like Teen Spirit in here. Dude, that song is like overplayed now, and it's really not their best song, but fuck, dude, that song changed my whole trajectory as a kid, bro. I heard that song, my friend Tommy Riley brought over the tape, and I put it in my fucking boombox. My parents asked us to fucking play anything else, and we just said, nah. We just played that song, and we rewind it and play it again. It was just like fucking like, that song was like I know it, and like, to hear Kurt talk about it and you listen to the lyrics, he was like, it's such a throwaway, shitty song that he just wrote down that ended up being a big thing. And it's like, but for us, it was just like a rallying call. It was like, come listen to this fucking band. And not only that, come listen to rock music, because it's not your dad's rock anymore, you know? Well, now it's your dad's rock, the rock I'm talking about. But when I was a kid, it wasn't. You know, this is not fucking Pink Floyd. This is not fucking AC/DC. This is something else. And it was like, whoa, okay. So I was like exclusively at that time a hip hop head. Like me and my friend group, 100% hip hop, 100% of the time. Really no rock, really no nothing. It was very fucking like monoculture going on in my friend group. And then like Nirvana came, and it was like, oh, okay, there's going to be this alt rock thing in the 90s, cool. And all of us immediately were listening to all kinds of bands. And then after that, I wouldn't have started a fucking garage band in my teens if, you know, Nirvana hadn't happened. Oh, what happened to Nuggie? Glad I got horribly depressed about 10 years ago. Some days I got so bad I was losing. Oh, yeah. I get all that, Nugs. I get the, you know, depersonalization. And you almost want to laugh when, you know, because you know the consequences of telling your doctor, like, yeah, I'm suicidal. But you almost want to laugh when they ask you ever think about killing yourself? And because the real answer would be like, only every second that I'm awake of every fucking day. You know? But you can't, you know, if you say that, you're going to the fucking padded room for a few days for observation or whatever. And that's just a waste of time. Like, thinking it is not that you're going to do it, right? But they very much will treat you that way sometimes. So you learn to just say no. But yeah, no, I get it. Very deep hole, very depersonalizing experience. I come in and out of it. Like I said, I can just feel the tinge of it, right? I'm very well medicated, and I think I'm doing healthy things on top of that. Like, I have my depression managed very well, both with medication and just mantra. Like, but yeah, just having a few beers today for the first time in a while is like, you know, I can feel that depressive drag a little bit. It's not horrible. It's not unmanageable. I'm not going to descend into fucking sadness and misery over it, but it's definitely noticeable. I think it's probably a healthy thing. You're monitoring your fucking mental state. It was like somewhere through that last rant before we started talking about this, I was like, fuck, this is a depressive spin. Like, this goes nowhere good, you know. Let's pull up out of this. Let's pull up out of the nosedive for a minute. Yeah, never tell them. I appreciate you being real about it, though. Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm not trying to give, like, advice. I'm just telling you my experience with it. You should tell people if you're feeling fucking ill. Like, if you feel like hurting yourself, you really ought to reach out, because it's like a cry for help in your brain. Your brain telling you, like, shit's bad, you need to tell somebody. So I'm not saying, like, ignore it. I'm just saying, like, as a fucking depressive, it's like part and parcel of every day. When you're low, especially, even when you're not, but like when you're low, yeah, you think about self-annihilating every fucking day or whatever. Like, and like looking around the world, I'm not trying to make excuses, but looking around the world, can you blame us depressives, right? Like, fuck, things look dim here sometimes, but no, they look very bright sometimes too. Some monster beard, thanks. It's not really that monstrous to me, but yeah, well, I mean, I guess a lot of people don't keep the beards anymore, but haven't they come back though? Aren't people like growing out the big wizardly fucking beards and shit now? I can't grow a wizardly beard. My beard's more Viking than wizard. I got more Viking in me than fucking wizard, unfortunately. Drinking some natty right now because I'm a cheap brokey. No, that's cool. I'm drinking fucking Modelo. What do you think I'm out here like sipping on fucking high? I'm drinking on the cheap shit. I'm drinking on a $20 12-pack, okay? Of fucking Modelo Summer Mexican Ale, all right? Speaking of which, there's one more of them in the fridge. And I'm going to wait about 2 or 3 minutes and see if it's still calling my name. Because right now it's calling my name. But that just might be the deep, dark call of alcohol. No, I mean, you know, you may as well enjoy it when you can. Drink another, brother. Drink another, brother. It'll be my last one. There's only one left. But I think I'm all right, though. I think I'm going to call it there. Leave that one for a rainy day. But my impulse, dude, that's the thing. It's like you have to monitor how you're feeling, right? Because I'm telling you guys, if you guys were watching this somehow 20 years in the past, right? And I'm fucking 20-something. Like, I would just run through it, bro. That 12-pack would be fucking replaced right now, and I'd be killing another one. Like, I just keep going, bro. It's like a fucking, like, you get to a certain level, and I think I've reached that level of drunk where you just want to pour more on it. It's like, let's keep this going. Let's go deeper into this. It's like, I'm also crossfaded, too, which, like, weed will interact with alcohol, and sometimes it'll drag the depression a little deeper. Sometimes it helps lift. I don't know. Like, you have to know what you're fucking with to mix those drugs. I don't recommend that people do it, but it's okay to do it if you know where you're at and what is. Do you know Foo Fighters? Yeah, that's Dave Grohl's band, who was the eventual like third drummer of Nirvana and the one that's most popular and the one that stayed with the band through Kurt's death. Oh yeah, that last swig of that was so refreshing and clean and so non-alcoholic tasting that I just want to pour another one down my gullet right now and feel it even more. But I'm gonna deny that impulse. Not that it would be unhealthy for me to do it, but I feel like I've had enough. I feel like my speech is slurry enough. I'm already having trouble and needing to slow down a little bit to not sound like I'm a fucking wino. I think that might be enough. It's good to know your fucking limits. And it's good to be aware of your mental state, too, because I think another one of those might drag me down lower. You know what the fucked up thing about being a depressive is, dude? Not to fucking drunk ramble and stone ramble at you, but that's what this is about, isn't it? Well, mostly stoned, but dude, you crave it. That's the fucked up thing. And I've heard this about other mental illnesses. I can't speak for them personally, 'cause some of them I don't have. You crave it. It feels good. There's something about it that calls you. It's like, yeah, that's home over there. You know what that is. Hating yourself, laying in bed all day, smelling like a sour fucking pair of underwear. You know what I mean? I can't explain why, but depressives will know there's something about it that's like, it's frightening. You don't want to go there, but it feels comfortable because you know it. It feels like almost comforting to think about wrapping yourself in a blanket and just crying for a few days or whatever the fuck your depression is, right? And that's weird, man. That's twisted because you ultimately it's a coping mechanism, right? And so you didn't know any better, and so you allowed your brain chemistry to lead you down a dark path, and you developed a coping mechanism along with your genetic predisposition to fucking depression and shit. I'm not saying it's all cope. I'm just saying you developed a coping mechanism that's really unhealthy, but it helped you in certain ways to get away from the reality you were trying to escape with the depression and the anxiety. And when you're super depressed, you're not anxious, or at the very least, your anxiety doesn't make you feel like you're going to die. It just, your depression is too strong. It makes you just want to Minecraft yourself. But it is a coping mechanism that helped you survive. And so, like, as a depressive, even though now I try and really regulate that to the best of my ability, it calls to you, man. It's like that beer might be my fucking alcoholic streak that runs in my family that I've battled with, or it might be my depression, or it might be both. Both of them saying, like, give me more of that so you can go a little lower, because that's the cope. And you don't have to deal with whatever it is that's bothering you. Now, right now, I can honestly say there's not a lot bothering me, right? But I'd be a liar if I told you there's nothing. I mean, I got fears and anxieties and things facing me that, like, I'm a human. I don't believe in that, like, everything's great kind of shit. I won't lie to you and tell me, but I'm pretty fucking stable and happy. But, deja vu. Fuck, that's crazy. That might be drink. Wonder if drinking triggers deja vu. Dude, I swear to God, I've seen this moment, or at least that moment, the one that passed. Like that second of me talking about that, saying that in this venue was like, I did it before. I've done it before. Fucking crazy, right? Deja vu. Dude, I think that's the multiverse crossing over for a second. It's like, zzz, you're sensing that another you did this in an adjacent multiverse not that long ago, and you're remembering it. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's like a triggering of the sympathetic nervous system and the memory system at the same time. Like the prefrontal cortex kind of has a little zip zap, and all of a sudden the memory part of your brain is activated at the same time as the sympathetic nervous system, and so you get this feeling that you're living in the past for a second, right? At least that's how it was explained to me in class and shit, but maybe their understanding of deja vu is differently. Are you disappointed after you drink? Although you can still manage it. No, I don't drink enough to get disappointed, really. Ooh. Like I said, I might have like one or two of these types of things where I, chilling on a summer day, I got the day off, let's have a few beers. Like that was never true before, but it is now. And yeah, I don't feel disappointed, but I don't drink enough to feel disappointed. I know that feeling of disappointment a whole lot. Before I smoke that, I'm gonna go do my stretches. You guys do that too. We've been sitting here a while together. So, not to be your dad, but stretch your legs, go get a fucking glass of water, maybe stand up and do a couple squats. I'm going to take like 3 or 4 minutes, do my yoga over there, and have a private moment. You might hear me grunting and groaning, but yeah, walk around, go take a poo-poo, go take a pee-pee. I'm gonna come back and do another 20, 30 minutes, an hour at least, and then I got shit to go try and talk to some people, and then I got Ghost of Tsushima to play, and probably a nap or sleeping to do. Maybe some food too might be good. Not until I stretch. Let's go. That was something else. Something else. That always is, though, man. I know I always say it when I do my stretches and shit, but bro, I can't believe I can't believe I lived so long without that ritual in my life. It's so centering, like mentally, but physically it feels so amazing too. And it just sucks I didn't know about that, like, little bit of peace that you can give yourself, and that really good feeling of stretching out your body, getting the blood flow going. You know, I just did, a couple sets of squats there. Got my core a little burning, but it's really not about exercise. It's more about just getting the blood flowing. I'm sorry about the burps. I got the beer burps. Oh, but man, that's such a reset mentally and physically. It's why, I don't mean to drag it to the same topic as last night, but at night I feel the same. Guys, I feel like I'm careening towards Paul's ego leaving the atheist community. Well, maybe not the atheist community, leaving the non-religious community. I feel Zen Buddhism every day. I feel its teachings in me when I stretch, meditate, and I keep hesitating to call myself a Buddhist because I don't like the implication, but I feel like that might be something I'm comfortable with soon. I do a lot of Zen Buddhist practice. I understand it, but not fully, but I understand the basics. I use it multiple times a day. It is centering and nurturing to me. And so, we're right. That's what I mean. That's why I'm not leaving the atheist community. I'm talking about Buddhism here, not. Buddhism is not about worshiping an all-powerful god or gods. It's about an inner journey. It's about peace, inner peace, outer peace. And I believe in all of that. And I've looked at different types of Buddhism, and I've dabbled with them, including the more like organized forms of it, where you go to like a temple. I've been a few times in my life, and I'm not attracted to that temple environment. It's very peaceful, but I don't know that I'm ready to do that yet. But that's the thing about Buddhism, is the temple is your body, and your mind really is your temple. And as such, you don't have to do, I do it alone, right? Or at the very least with you guys, like, not looking at me most of the time. Because I also use that moment to communicate with the night sky, and like, not communicate, but commune with the night sky. I look up at it straight up as I'm stretching with my arms outstretched, and I can feel it, I can feel it staring back. Or at the very least, that's what it feels like. So, I feel like I'm on that journey to something that I haven't had before in my life, but that I maybe have always craved, that like ritualistic kind of practice that is not necessarily for anything but myself. I think I can understand that. Well, I meditate, and I have meditated since my late 20s. I taught myself to do self-hypnosis, and that led to me looking into, what do they call that? TM, Transcendental Meditation. And that led me to look into mindfulness meditation, and I taught myself the process and practiced it, and I have practiced it now for a good 20 years in my personal life. And it has not always, like, it's not a savior for me. It's like it hasn't always like saved me for myself, but it is a comfort to me that I've held on to. And so, but I think I want to go the whole Monty. Like, I feel like I would be centered by having a statue of Buddha to sit in front of, right? And meditate towards, to have like the little fucking incense altar. Right? Not that I worship that or elevate that in any way. I just think as a center for my meditation, that old kind of, I don't know, that old kind of tradition really calls to me, I guess. And the more I practice it, the more, I don't know, the more comfort it gives me. So I think I'm on the cusp of just being like, well, Paul's a Buddhist, and that's just the way it is. You know, it might be something I get made fun of for, but I'm not really worried about that. It's more just like the people thinking that I'm a bullshitter, right? Because when you tell somebody that you have a religious practice, I think that there's a lot, and look, dude, I'm probably guilty of this. I think a lot of people go like, bullshit alarm, red flag, as well they should. But I'm not going to be looking to recruit people. But as I was talking about last night, it will come up. Can somebody tell me what the English or Spanish meme is? Because I see it a million times a day. Is it a TikTok thing? Like, it's being banned like fucking wildfire, but I don't, it's annoying, but does anybody know what it is? Is it a TikTok compilation thing trying to get people to say English or Spanish? Somebody will just say English or Spanish, and it's people, like, I can tell it's either somebody with like 90 million alts, but I don't know why they would say that same thing. So other times that I've thought that was happening, people have told me it's like a TikTok trend going on, and people are trying to get you to say something in your short that they can ¿Qué está pasando, doctor? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda, Simón? It gotta be a TikTok thing though, right? You'd imagine. Uncle went super Buddhist, but it never became an issue in our family. Never fully got it. No, that's the thing is, you're never gonna catch me out here like trying to recruit people. I'll tell you what it, like, I will talk about it, because that's another thing I fear about it, is that perspective shift. Because I'm not gonna be able to help to, but allow those teachings to leach their way into my perspective. But really, a lot of them already have, right? So I'm not gonna be shy about it. People ask me questions, I'm gonna say I'm a Buddhist. I'll talk about my practices. I'll tell you like what about it feeds me and why I'm a Buddhist. I might tell you what my perspective on it as a Buddhist is eventually, when I feel comfortable for that. You know, comfortable saying that type of thing. But I'm never going to be like, you need to be a Buddhist too. I don't care, bro. If it helps you, great. If it doesn't, find something else or nothing. I just mean I don't think it'll be a problem, and I'm interested. Cool. My favorite LGBTQ streamer. Cool, thanks, Carlos. You don't have to all caps it, though, bro. You can keep that. Caps lock is not cool. Cruise control for cool, but I am an LGBTQ streamer, and it's fun to see that people like that. Do you know Buddhist folklore has its own hell that's similar to Dante's Inferno with the layers? Yeah. There's different ideas of the Buddhist hell. I mean, most Buddhists will tell you there is no hell. There is no heaven but what you make on earth. Nirvana and Buddhahood are heaven, right? But there is the wheel of samsara and the wheel of Theravada, right? And these are both kind of similar, but a little slightly different culturally. Flavors of Buddhism. And it's more about the hell of reincarnation without learning or striving to attain Buddhahood. So it's not like you're tortured, but there are different sections for you. If you were completely and utterly iniquitous, you didn't even try to attend to your nirvana or attain Buddhahood, right? Then, you know, I don't know all the rules yet. I don't think I'm looking to follow that. I'm into Zen Buddhism. I'm about the practice of mindfulness meditation. That's the center of my religious belief. It's the core of what I believe, at least as it's developing. I listen to koans. I love reading Zen literature, both contemporary and ancient. It fits with me and my thinking. I don't want to make it my whole personality, but I'm not going to be able to help the change that it'll wreak in my life, whatever that is, for good or ill. And I'm a little afraid of unleashing that. It's very comfortable knowing I'm an atheist and not worrying about that, and not really having to ascribe myself to any religious practice or answer questions about it. But I consider it to be like a pretty big fucking step if I'm going to say, yeah, dude, I'm an atheist, but I do practice a religion. You know, that's a step, man. I gotta be fucking smart about it. Yeah, I have read Eckhart Tolle or whatever is. I was never sure about. I've never read a full one of his works, but I've read a lot of his little essays or blurbs from his works. Es mejor morir de pie que vivir toda una vida de rodillas. Bro, I get a little bit of that, but not all of it. I'm trying, bro. It's a J. It's just a big fatty. It's a big 1.5 fatty, you know. I'm not a big blunt guy. I never learned to roll them up good, so it's a J. Is there a reason why you can't take the teachings without the label? No, but I feel like I want the label. I feel like I want to commit myself to the ritual, and I feel like I want the label. Like, I'm not a big label fan, but I feel like I want to augment my philosophy with that. And in order to do that, I have to take the label. Or I don't have to, but I choose to. Or maybe I will choose to. I have not done it yet. I'm giving you guys a little peek into my mind as it's working now. I might decide that it's not for me. Maybe I do take the teachings and not the label, or take the ritual and not the label. But I'm actually not repelled by the label. In fact, I'm attracted to it. I think it's going to be part of me accepting it as an actual ritualistic practice and not just bullshit. Yo una vez come peyote y ya me andaba quedando en el avión. You're going to take peyote in a fucking and dance or some shit in a plane, bro? Homeboy. Señor, ¿te portaste bien? Señor, ¿te portaste bien, señor? It'll be easier to accept if we get Buddha merch with your face on it. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'd have any. I'm not going to try and be like a fucking monk or something or sell people my religion, but I do love, well, you see, I don't want like a Theravada statue. I'm not really attracted to them. I love Buddha though, the little dude that's got a very recognizable pose. A lot of people think he's Buddha. He's fat, he's got the big belly, and he's holding two meditation balls above his head in this pose. It's a very like strange pose, his hands facing himself. And he smiles. I love him. I've always felt like a draw to Buddha. My fat empathy goes off. But that's that's like a Buddhist philosopher named Buddha. That's not Buddha. That's just someone that came very close to achieving Buddhahood. Because anyone and everyone can be a Buddha. I know that. Will you have a debate with TJ when you convert? Sure, if he wants to. I mean, I'm not gonna like do it and then hide behind my right to believe what I'm willing to hear it out. But I think after he hears out what my belief structure is and what it entails, I don't think he's gonna have as much of a problem with it as you might think. I think in the past, maybe TJ's had problems with Buddhists, found them to be shitty people or whatever, but I don't think he's gonna have a problem with me as a Buddhist, because I don't really see myself changing much in terms of personality or opinion. Are you gay? I'm bi. Yeah, I'm not really ready to lay out my belief structure yet. I'm building it, and when I adopt the fucking philosophy or whatever, if I do, or the religion, then I'll be, you'll know that I'm ready to answer that question. But right now, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I believe, and that's okay, right? It's better than lying and saying that you do know what you believe when you don't. What did I do with my fucking joints? Oh, there it is. You think reincarnation is plausible on any level? I don't know yet. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Speaking as an atheist, the only honest way I could put it is that I do not believe in the supernatural claims of given religion. I do find it a useful metaphor for improving my life. Sure. Yeah, I think I've really conducted myself that way my whole life, or most of my life, my adult life for sure. Now that you're considering Buddhism and the news spreads, do you think that the Bible thumpers of YouTube are going to come knocking? Maybe they will. I happen to know a lot about Christianity. I got a lot of family in it. I've read the Bible cover to cover, and I spent a lot of years arguing with Christian apologists. Salve from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Salve from California. I believe there's a creator of all things. Cool. I don't believe that. Rubbing the Buddha bellies gives good luck. I have not found anything in my Zen Buddhist teachings about rubbing Buddha's belly. Theravada, which is the actual Buddha, Theravada Buddha, is a different Buddha. Not fat. Very kind of androgynous. You'd recognize it if you saw it. That's a Buddha. Buddhai is the fat guy. A very similar name, but a different guy. He is a Buddhist figurehead, but not Buddha. He was a Buddha, but his name is Buddhai. And I like him. I would get a statue to Buddhai and use it as a meditation focus. I have a question. I have an answer, maybe, if I know. The answer maybe I don't know, but yeah, go ahead, bud. Is Buddha thick? No, Buddha not thick. You can look it up. There's like hundreds of Buddhas historically. Yeah. And being a Buddha is the kind of like thing that you strive towards as a Zen Buddhist. You want to attain Buddhahood, which means, finding your nirvana, attaining inner peace and outward peace, and also becoming a teacher by nature. That doesn't mean becoming an actual teacher. That means teaching with your nature, right? Those are some of the things that are inherent in Buddhahood. Enlightenment and attainment of enlightenment. What do you live in? I live in a house in California. It's finally not engagement bait. Finally! Is that what you guys are finding when you're scrolling? I'm just chilling, man. And I do it a lot, too. So if you like the vibe, please stay. Don't scroll. Stay. We're chilling. Yo, did you just answer the question I had? My thing cut out. Did you have a question, bro, or are you trolling? I don't see your question, bro. Are you trolling, you dirty little troll? You can ask it again if you're not trolling. How many darts do you toke a day? About a pack a day, give or take. It's actually been going down recently, although back up because I stream more, and I just fucking chain smoke when I stream, bro. If I don't stream in a day, I might smoke 10 cigarettes. If I do stream, I might smoke fucking 30. Yeah, as long as you're not just like spamming your question. In more traditional Zen, it's not necessarily becoming a Buddha, but living as everyone's an innate and natural Buddha. You're right. In some Buddha teachings, you must be buried alive, and if you are not rotten by the time they dig you up, you have reached Nirvana. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna follow that, or I'll never be Nirvana tested. I'm okay with just believing I have reached Nirvana if I ever believe that. I'm definitely at the beginning of a long journey if that's the case. If the end goal is Nirvana or Buddhahood, then there's a long gulf of journey between me and that place. I know that. I'm all like filled with my own opinions and filled with my own ideas. I'm not ready to accept emptiness. But this is why I'm not running around telling everybody I'm a fucking Buddhist. Water can be broken down into its elements. What kind of chemical reaction is this? You're talking about Buddhism? I would assume that it's a chemical reaction of some type going on in my brain, right? Love the vibes. Thanks, man. Stick around. I'm good, by the way. I hope you're good, too. Are you going to become Kurt Cobain if you reach Nirvana? Hopefully not. I don't think he was very close to Nirvana, despite the irony of being the front man for a band named that. Inner peace sounds nice, but my heart of hearts, I could never accept a surrender of any kind. Much as I hate anxiety, frustration. Well, what surrender would you be talking about? I'm not surrendering to a higher power being a Buddhist if I choose that route. Dedicating my life to understanding myself better and attaining inner and outward peace. That's a personal journey. That's not a God belief. The statue is not to worship, it's a focus. It's to ponder the life of Buddha or Theravada or whoever else you have a statue of, right? And to try and attain that Buddhahood. Non-being, right? Ego death. Emptying your cup and filling it with wisdom and knowledge. getting rid of your opinions and your preconceptions about yourself and others, allowing that to pass over and through you. Man, a lot of Christians, you know, seem to be not happy with this talk. Let's talk about Buddhism.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the only thing that scared off the Jehovah's Witnesses in my neighborhood was the Buddhist neighbors we had.
Oh, yeah?
They were the only ones that could keep them off their porch.
No, I was just telling them, like I think I've told you, maybe not as long and explicit as I do here, but like, yeah, I feel like I might be on a trip towards being comfortable calling myself a Zen Buddhist and starting some actual religious ritual practice, but I don't think I'm there yet. I got some things I gotta fucking sweep out of my path first before because I do feel like if you're gonna call yourself that, you need to be able to answer questions, and you need to know enough about the philosophy and its backing to call yourself that. I've learned a lot, and I do use a lot of practices from it, and I have for over 20 years. I learned to meditate and self-hypnotize at like 24, 25, something like that. So, but that doesn't make it like okay for me to run around and go, I'm a Buddhist. You know, I need to be, because I don't know a lot of the I don't know all of the background. I don't know all the history, and I don't think you can know all of it, but I don't know enough of it to feel comfortable saying that's me.
Is there anywhere you can go? Is there a temple even remotely close to us that you could learn anything?
Yeah. Yeah, there is. I've been to it, actually. I'm not interested in temple. I will learn myself, and I'll have my shrine here in my home. Is what's good and holy woven into the fabric of the universe, or is it good and holy because God says it is? I mean, like, I don't mean to be a sophist with you, but I'd have to know, like, what you mean by holy. I know good, personally, although I am a nihilist. I don't believe in ultimate objective meaning. In fact, I believe we live in a subjective reality. That being said, if things are good and holy, I would believe that they are woven into the fabric of the universe, or that those concepts themselves are woven into our makeup and our genetic history, right? Goodness and holiness are an outcropping of our minds, contextualizing the world around us. And I believe that human beings are chasing the end of suffering, inner and outward. And I think that's why concepts like holiness and goodness are important to so many people. And I think an attainment of that holiness would be a beautiful thing if humanity could attain it as I understand it, as it's explained to me by some people. I just don't believe it's flowing forth from the universe or anything. I think it comes from us. You like country music? I do. I like all kinds of music, though. Hey, Paul, is the title of the stream a reference to the song 10 Man by America? Yes. Do you listen to peaceful music when meditating? No, I don't listen to anything. I find it distracting. And, you know, like, I don't meditate for long stretches of time, and I've really learned to do it outside of the presence of others. I don't like other people to be around. I feel looked at and seen, and that drags me out of my ability to focus. So I really do need to just go to a quiet place, and I do it at least once a day. If you're still interested in talking, the people we talked to earlier, they'll be waiting in a private VC on their server. I just hope something. Okay, well, I'm going to end this here pretty soon anyway, so I'll pop over there. Like I said, I don't expect much given like the DMs and whatnot, but Like, I'm always willing to talk, but I just will not be gaslit. I'm willing to be like have them explain why they think I'm wrong, but they're gonna have to account for some things that I know, and I don't think they're gonna be able to do it in a way that convinces me of their argument, or of a way that convinces me of being comfortable around them if that's what they're gonna do. So, but it's personal boundary shit, you know. And I think a lot of people misread me being direct as me being mean. If I was gonna be mean, I would have named and shamed them all. You know, Nugs. I know that, you know, people within that community would know who I was talking about, but like they also know what's going on. So.
You want me to make you another tea? Your throat's starting to sound a little scritchy.
Yeah, again. I will. I would love a tea, yeah, if you don't mind.
That's a good way to get some water in you.
Truth. I do have another water out here, though. I will sip on that as well, but I do need a tea. It's also like if I leave this and I go in there, they're gonna have to be okay with me being a little fucking drunk too, which may not be the best thing, but I don't want to do it tomorrow. Like you know me, Nugs. I think you do at least know me well enough. Oh yeah, okay, I'll drink water. Yes, yes. Good, pure, clean water, but she's gonna get some tea for me. That sounds nice on my throat. You know me, Nugs. I can't be fucking. I don't suffer fools, and I'm not saying these people are fools, but I do feel gaslit. I do feel silly. You know, I do feel like not silly myself, but I feel gaslit, and I feel like they think I'm silly or being silly. And I don't know if they believe that or if they are just trying desperately to protect something that they know is kink, or I don't know, man. I don't know that I'll get to the bottom of it, though, because if I feel like they're shitting on me, I'm just going to fucking peace out. And it's going to have to be that. So, I don't know. Whatever. I'm willing to fucking talk. I'm a talker for a fucking living. I don't run from talks. It's just, I haven't known, like, I wasn't, like, ghosting them either on fucking DMs. I didn't say shit back because I had nothing nice to say. I didn't want to say anything that would hurt their feelings further. And they just took it. But I'm also not going to not talk about the concept when it comes up. And so I think they felt harsh by some of the ways I put it. And a lot of times, maybe, meanness and directness are too close to neighbors with me. I don't know. I'm not going to be mean, though. I don't want them to fear me blowing up or being fucking, that's not what I want. Like I said, I'm not lying. I do like both of the people that we're talking about. I really do. I've had a lot of laughs with them, and I did enjoy spending time. I don't feel like they were always doing that. But just recently, it's been a thing, and I can't be around it. It's a boundary of mine, and they're going to have to be okay with that. But no, you didn't put me on the spot, Nugs. I know you. You're like you're the peacemaker. And I respect that because I'm not that way much anymore, but I used to be that way, Nugs. And I know it comes from a big heart and a good place. What's your opinion on taking major breaks from society? And I mean physically, like just no ultra consumption of content online. That's tough for me, man, because I work online, I'm a business owner. I don't make any money here. I do these for fun and enrichment or like practice or whatever. But, I've been a podcaster for over a decade now. I've been doing it. I know how to do it. I make all my money doing it. Like I have side hustles related to it. I sell merch and shit, but all my money comes from doing this. And it would be really hard for me to like take a long break from the internet, Well, I would love to say that back to you, Nuggy, but I've never met you. I can't say that. I don't want to gaslight you into thinking that. And I got to be careful with that shit, too, because that word is fucking powerful for people. That word, like, I would love to just throw that word around. And sometimes I do. Sometimes when I meet somebody, I'll say, hello, friend. But I don't mean, like, friend to me means we know each other, But I do, I like you. I think you're a cool cat. And I think both of these people that we're talking about are pretty cool cats too, but I don't feel like they've been very cool fucking lately. Not to me. And maybe I ain't been very cool to them, but what happened is like, it has to be addressed. It has to be addressed without fucking gaslighting me and shitting on me. And if it, so that's all it's going to be. It's really easy for me to pull a cork. You know, I don't think I've got as much investment in it as other people might have. And I also have experience with like these online things, so I don't let it get too close to me. So as sad as it may be, it's like easy for me to just be like, well, you don't exist, and you never existed. Poof. You know, bye. Yeah. I wouldn't go in there if I was like wasted, but I'm a little slurry, I'm a little loose and all that shit, so they're gonna have to be okay with that, because I ain't doing this shit tomorrow. I want this to be fucking over one way or the other. Either I'm blocking everybody and fucking moving on with my life, or they can get over it and just admit that like it's fucking kind of creepy. I don't know. Those are the two fucking ways it goes, I think. Not to be a fucking dismal guy about it, but just knowing how things are, knowing who I'm talking to, knowing the passion that's behind it for them, it's like, okay, well, wah. You feel about Art the Clown? I haven't seen those fucking movies, dude. I think I've heard they're good. Can I request a song? No. But what you can request is a question to be answered. I'm going to go ahead and put a timer on this. I've got a little stub of a J here somewhere. Yeah, right there. A little beauty. It's a few pulls on this. I'm going to finish this and that other little one. It's going to be about 10 minutes, all right? 10 more minutes. We're going to chill. I'm going to sip my tea when it comes out. And then I'm calling it. I'm going inside. I'm going to try and fucking talk to some people about something. And then I'm done, dude. I'm going to eat some food after that. And then I'm going to watch a movie with my beautiful wife. And then I'm going to sleep. And I'm going to go see another cool-ass movie in IMAX. Tomorrow I'm going to go see Midsummer. Director's cut in IMAX tomorrow. That's right. Be jealous, okay? I'm getting a little sleepy. Well, I'm not sleepy. I slept really well last night, so it's not bedtime for Paul's ego yet, but I am a little fucking dopey from the beers and shit. What movie? I don't even know. Maybe I won't watch a movie. Maybe we'll watch like an episode of something or whatever. I don't know what we'll watch, but I want to eat some food and sit down and watch something for a while, and then probably crawl into fucking bed, yo. I'm gonna go handle this up. I figure it's probably gonna be pretty short, one way or the other. Yeah, Midsummer in IMAX, and it's the unreleased director's cut. It's got 20 minutes of extra footage, never before seen. Special release. And I'm obsessed with that movie, so that was like fucking, yeah, get us 2 tickets, baby. Well, yeah, it's I think they re-released it on Midsummer for a reason. Be jelly. Be jelly. Be jelly. If it's playing, I jump on that. It might be. I know they're doing it like in a bunch of theaters here in Cali. I assume they're probably doing a wide release of it. I haven't seen a movie in theaters since the last Jackass, bro. Damn, that's crazy, bud. You gotta get to the fucking movies every once in a while, Trip. You know how fun it is to get blazed up and eat some popcorn and get your hands all buttery. That's what I'm looking forward to tomorrow more than even the movie. I'm looking forward to that big bucket of popcorn and that big frosty soda sitting next to me, bro. That big Diet Coke and that big giant bucket of popcorn, bro. All to myself, just munch, bro. I like going by myself sometimes too. I haven't done it a long time because Amelia loves movies. It's not something I need to do, but if nobody wants to go to a movie, I'll fucking go to a movie. I don't give a shit. Dude, people love my hair. What? Dude, what is up? Like, is it really that fucking crazy that a dude's got this? Because, like, my hair's not even super long. It's, like, shoulder length. Dude, so many people. Like, can you guys explain to me what the fuck that is? Because I'm, like, very confused. Bro's still stuck in 70 years with this visual. Like the 70s, you mean? I'm in the 70s? I look like it's the 70s or some shit. You just have nice hair. I appreciate it, but so do a lot of people. Do you guys run around all day going like, nice hair, nice hair, nice hair? Maybe you do. It's well kempt. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I take care of it. Can you spang yourself? Spang? Bro, are you okay, dude? Are you okay? No, I can't. You're fine. Do you mean like you're fine? Like, dude, all right, you're fine. Or do you mean like you fine? Like 90s fine or current fine? Because current fine just means like mid, basically. You're fine. Whatever, dude. Am I attractive? You're fine. Or did you mean it like 80s, 90s fine? Like, damn, you're Miss Butterworth fine. That bitch is fine. I don't know. I don't know which one you're saying. Yo, what are we smoking on? We're smoking on black cherry tonight. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's a hybrid thing, I think. I'm not like them. I can pretend the sun is gone, but I have a light. The day is done. I'm having fun. I think I'm dumb. Maybe just happy. Think I'm just happy. What's your best movie theater experience? Bar none, fucking Blair Witch Project, bro. That movie was crazy to see when it was brand new because people, dude, I half believed it was real. Pretty much everybody in there was freaked out. It smelled like puke in there because people were getting motion sickness in the showing right before the one I went to. It was fucking crazy, bro. You're never gonna beat that either. You pull that trick once. Yeah, and I think it'll be another 20 years before they can pull it again. People still know about that shit. It's crazy. I don't smoke cigars, no. I used to. I smoke cigarettes. Like a true fucking American, okay? No, you're fine as in no problems. Oh, okay. All right, then. See, like I didn't know. All someone said Bigfoot smoking a joint. Yeah, dude, take a fucking snap. Get your fucking phone ready, right? You can fucking show people this. Blur it up a little bit, show people this, right? This will fucking be worthy, right? You ready? Right? You caught Bigfoot smoking a joint and he reached for you and you ran. Blur it up. People will believe. You know, I believe already. I just looked at myself right there in the phone. I was like, fuck, that does look like Bigfoot smoking a fucking joint. That 2 girls, 1 cup was real? It is. Oh, it's very real. Avengers Infinity War was my top tier movie experience. That was a good one. People hella cried in the audience when Iron Man died. Spoiler alert. When Iron Man died, people hella fucking cried. There was like 8 people I heard sob. I was like, shit, this movie's legit. People hella care. I don't, but they do, and that's cool. Got me weak. XD, Bigfoot smoking a joint. I know, bro. They got me weak too, dude. They hit me with those fucking queso roasts. They're hitting me with the queso roasts, bro. Dude, I'm too old, man. You guys gotta respect your elders. You can't hit me with them queso roasts. Queso's young as fuck. Hit him. Dude, I'd hit him with a couple roasts if I ever met that motherfucker. But, like, I'm old. You guys got, like, I'm almost old enough to be your fucking granddaddy. You know what I mean? And you better fucking pull your pants up when you're around me, by the way, because I don't want to see your butt crack, okay? Stand up straight. Turn your hat around right. Quit wearing it all backwards and sideways and shit. Okay? I'm kidding. Do whatever you want, dude. Dude, that's the cool thing about Gen X / early millennial where I'm from, dude. I was doing the same shit. I feel it coming back again, dude. Just like Phil Collins, man. I can feel it coming in the air. Dude, people are sagging again. I'm seeing fucking ass cracks. I'm seeing baggy ass shit everywhere. Everybody's starting to look like Billie Eilish, and I'm like, fuck, it's the 90s again. Shit. That's awesome. Because I still have dressed like that. I never stopped dressing like that. So I'm like, cool, dude, I'm fashionable again for like fucking 10 minutes. Neat. People come and say, nice glasses, nice hair, cool shirt. I like Nirvana. That's a neat shirt, bro. And I'm like, dude, okay. You're gonna be calling me a boomer in fucking 15 minutes, but it's nice to be cool. Dude was walking in his pants at his knees at the dude, I know, man. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, dude. I sagged back in the day, okay? Everybody was sagging. I knew how to sag it. Everybody did it. You get a little bit of top of your butt coming out. You wearing your pants real low slung around them hips. But some dudes take that shit like it's like Olympic level sagging, bro. It's like, I think the Olympics, if they're gonna add power walking, which they did a few years ago, I guess, and nobody told me, dude, if the Olympics is gonna have power walking, some of these bros need to be able to fucking sag in the Olympics, because I never got down to where my whole ass was out, my whole boxers were out, and you can see a little bit of my leg, but my pants are still up. I've seen that shit. Oh, thank you, baby. That's a legitimate sag right there. That's a no fuck around sag, right? I sagged a little bit. You might have seen a little butt crack. These motherfuckers got their whole ass out and the backs of their knees. I can see the backs of their knees, but their belt's still up. It's like, how is that even happening? And they got long ass shirts too. Where are these motherfuckers getting these long ass shirts from? Extra, dodextra, they're like night shirts. But you don't know it until they're sagging all the way down, man.
They'll get like a size that's like 5 times too big or some shit.
Yeah, what was the point of sagging? Well, sagging was like a big fuck you to our parents, because you know what our parents wore, dude? I'm gonna say one word to you, and somebody from my fucking generation, you will cringe at this very one word. Jordache. All right? My parents' generation, my dad and my mom ran around with these tight-ass, nut-hugging, pussy fucking smashing Jordache jeans. And if your ass didn't wear a pair of fucking Wranglers or Jordache jeans, then they said you look like a fucking freak.
You
Okay?
seen those nipple tickler pants that they're hold all the way up?
Oh yeah, they wanted that shit up above your belly button. Right? And they pull your pants up, pull your pants up. And we were like, fuck you, I'm gonna pull my pants down. That's what sagging was about.
Yeah, like, there was this whole debate when my teacher, because she was going to give out prizes, and she put up this one shirt. We were like in middle school, like, that shirt's way too small. She's like, no, it's not. It's not too small if you have your pants all the way up here.
It's like, man, fuck, dude. You're not supposed to tickle your armpits with your waistband, bro.
Yeah.
That ain't right. There are some old men that can pull that look off, but it is a vibe that you ain't got, and I ain't got, and I probably never will, dude. There's 1 or 2 old men per 90 million old men that look okay with their pants up under their armpits, okay? And you ain't it. But I'm telling you, man, the fucking 80s going into the 90s, my parents' age, the boomers, because they're actual boomers, both of them. These motherfuckers were looking whack, dude. Whack. Tight ass Jordache jeans, dude. Nut huggers, dude. Looking all fucking like, dude, how uncomfortable are you right now? And I was so sad too, because after the 90s, you know that shit came back. Skinny jeans. All these emos and scene kids wearing those fucking nut huggers. I'm like, dude, you're gonna be sterile. Let your boys breathe and flop a little bit around in there, because they're just like, looks like you spray painted your jeans on. I was like, man, we done lost our way. But you know what, dude?
Well, there was a way to like get them to be like super fitted.
Yep.
Get a size that was a little too small, and you'd like soak them.
Oh yeah, I know they were doing that shit, dude. I saw them little scene kids running around, especially the chicks. Like the dudes, there was a little bit of fucking slack in those jeans sometimes. Sometimes the dudes were just wearing the chicks' jeans. Dude, the chicks, the scene chicks, bro, sometimes I'd be like, is that spray paint? It looks like yoga pants on your ass. Like skin tone yoga pants, but it's jeans. Like, what are you doing? That can be comfortable. And my ass kept right on sagging. Kept right on wearing pants that were too big for me.
I saw some that were sagging their skinnies.
See, that's crazy. You're sagging your skinnies. That don't make no sense. See, dude, I'm gonna say another word to you that will bring chills to your spine if you're a 90s kid. Junko, okay? Junko, bro. Those pants were wide as a fucking barrel. And they went straight down. You know what I mean? That cut was straight. I would accidentally sometimes put my Junkos on, and I'd be putting my ass through the leg hole and not know it. I'd be like, oh fuck, it's in the middle of the morning, I got both my legs through the leg hole. Junkos, all right? And you know what? My ass suffered. I'm gonna tell you little Zoomers something. I suffered at the hands of you little bastards. Well, not you, but millennials. You know what? You're off the chopping block, but you millennials, you tortured me. Because you called me fucking oldster, hipster, fucking all this weird shit. Because I just kept sagging, kept wearing my Nirvana shirt, kept dressing like it was the 90s because that shit was comfortable and it was a vibe. And you know what? After all my long suffering, after having a look at scene kids with painted on pants for fucking like 25 years, bro, it's back. I can sag again and be cool for another 5 years. Oh, I'm sagging again, folks.
Well, you see the chicks too, like skinny jeans and mom jeans are out apparently. Like those young teenagers, they're wearing like the straight leg dad jeans.
Straight leg dad jeans and the Billie Eilish fucking look where it's like just fucking, dude, it's even more comfy than the 90s. It's like, I don't even put on pants, bro. It's sweatpants. 3 sizes too big, and a sweatshirt, like a 5X sweatshirt, even though I weighed 120. Bro, it's back, bro. Hey, you know what? I fuck on the Zoomers a lot. Let me dap up you Zoomers real quick. Give me, blow it up. Because you're sagging. You're sagging again. Comfort is a part of your life again. Fucking hallelujah. Pass the peas. You're sagging. It happened. And I'm cool again, guys. People say my hair is cool. They're like, damn, Gramps got a cool fit. And I'm like, I don't know what that means, kid, but thanks. You know? That feels good. I'm gonna take 5 years.
Now I'm the one looking all outdated and shit.
No, you don't. You look beautiful. What are you talking about?
Well, I meant like style-wise, like skinny jeans are out.
Well, whatever. Your ass looks good in them, so you keep wearing them if they're comfy and you like it. But you know what, dude? The fucking problem is that you guys are all gonna grow up, and sagging's gonna go out. Because you know what's gonna happen? You little fucking Zoomers, Tyler the Creator or something is gonna put on some skinny jeans and he's gonna do something. You're gonna be like, fuck. And then fucking Kanye's gonna do it. He's gonna squeeze his ass into some more fucking leather pants or something. You're gonna be like, fuck. And I'm gonna be sitting here sagging and you're gonna call me an old man again, bro. You're gonna be like, look at this fucking dude. What year does he think it is? 2024? Psh. Just like join the 30s, bro. It's like, yeah, that shit was chill for a while in the fucking 2020s, but come on, dude. And my old ass can be sitting here flapping my gums about it, bitching, telling you motherfuckers, please sag. Please sag those pants. Please be comfortable. Wear big fucking jerseys and big baggy pants, bro. It's comfortable. Droop your chains too. That's fucking cool. I never did that. I never drooped a chain, but droop your chain. Let your chain swang. Don't get skinny jeaned up. You know, sag it. Sag it. I'm gonna leave you guys on that. Sag your fucking pants. If you like this, join, subscribe, hit the bell, ding, 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 ding. Check out Onion Nuggets and Deep Fat Fried. That's how I make my money. Podcasts. You might like it. You might hate it. You might hate watch it. Bye.